to the Dusty Smith Show, episode 82. How the fuck's everybody doing tonight? I don't know how I keep doing it, folks, but tonight I have the biggest show I've ever put on for you guys. Let me show you this shit. I don't know, man. I'm definitely not gonna get to everything tonight, but look, holy God. Starting here, all the way down, by far the most content I've ever had for a show. Got some spittle in my mouth. So we'll see how much we get through. Most of it at the end is the COVID porn. So much COVID porn, holy goddamn shit. This is not even all of it. More has happened since I collected this. Been working hard, putting on the greatest show for you guys, so thank you for joining me tonight. Should be a good one as always. Please consider supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/CHUDcast. You know how it works. Throw me a couple bucks on Patreon if I entertain you with all my free content. It's the least you can do. And super chats, lifeblood of the show, super chats. I answer every question on the super chats. I did dye my hair a little bit. Don't know if you noticed. We went a little blonde, and I just had new artwork done for the show where I'm all white-headed in all my artwork. So that was bad timing on my part. But I went back to the curly-haired, shaggy, dusty look. We'll see. I can't make up my mind what I want to do with my fucking hair. It's all bad to me. It's all bad. But anyway, one super chat came in before the show, so let me go ahead and read it. Here it is. Asher Scott sent me $10 and says, I am upset. The trans community for gaslighting about the Wii Spa thing, to be honest. Still, I see trans people on Reddit saying there was no proof a trans woman was even there. When there was a police report, yeah, we're going to be covering that. I was wrong, folks. Wrong as wrong can be. Bad, Dusty. My coverage was shit, so, of course, I'm going to call myself out on it. Hold myself accountable, because that's what you got to do. When you fuck up, when you make errors, you just have to correct the record. That's the best you can do, right? Everybody fucks up. Everybody's imperfect. It's all a learning experience. Russian Jackal. All of our prominent politicians are super old. How much gloating do you think there will be on both sides once they start croaking? A lot. It'll be a great day when some of them die. Psh. Trump said he wants to fight Biden in a boxing competition. Probably kill them both. Can't wait to see that. What's up, Monsignor del Impio? See what you guys got to say. I like this style, but leave it white. Well, it's not going to be white for a long time because it's dyed now. So it's going to be this color until it grows completely out, which will take another year. So what you got to do? It's all good, right? You guys want to see my awesome ass? I haven't shown anybody this. You guys got a sneak peek of it, though. I haven't showed anybody this. The sneak peek of my new graphics, y'all. He hasn't sent the final yet. He's working on sending the final, but he sent me an update on what it's going to look like. Oh, he did send. Just sent it. He sent it all. Okay. Well, holy shit. Here we go. We're getting to look at this together for the first time, folks. First, it's look at this shit. Badass. Holy shit. And it's animated. Look. Boom. It's me, and I'm in a zombie apocalypse with my white-ass hair, and I'm holding a severed head of a zombie that says CHUD on it. And it says, The Dusty Smith Show! Hell yeah! That is fucking awesome. So that's going to be my future graphics for the show. That guy killed it, knocked it out of the fucking park. So, and I had this hairstyle when I sent it into him, and now completely changed it. But it's okay. You guys can tell that's supposed to be me, right? Hell yeah. So, awesome. I'm pleased. Gonna have to go give him a good rating after the show goes over. Alright, one more super chat. Dusty, your beat has a Kenny Omega theme vibe to it. I don't know who that is, but I guess it's somebody that does kind of songs for games, because it does sound really gamey. Dusty, you're getting rusty. Why are you playing those video games? I don't know. Hit the like button, folks. 300 people, not 1,300. 300 people watching. 100 likes. Hit the like button. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to cover my Wii Spa shit. So you guys might remember I covered the Wii Spa controversy under my Karen section. And I called these women Karens. And I said they were lying liars who lie. I said I did not believe there was even a trans woman in the spa with them. I thought they were making this up. The woman who posted this video is a well-known Christian antagonist. She posts all kinds of stupid Christian conspiracy bullshit. So I just assumed she was lying. Let's play the video. And keep in mind, folks, when you're watching this video, it turns out she wasn't lying.
So it's okay. I just want to be clear with you. It's okay. It's okay for a man to go into the women's section, show his penis around the other women, young little girls underage. Your spa, we spa, condone that. Is that what you're saying? Like I asked. It's so he can stay there. He can stay there. What sexual orientation? I see a dick. It lets me know he's a man.
So she is being transphobic, but it appears that she was telling the truth, and she did expose herself to them. So, yeah, transgender woman charges filed in Wii Spot incident that sparked protests. Apparently, this person's name is Darren Meraker, 52, and they were charged Monday with 5 felony counts of indecent exposure, and an arrest warrant was issued. Meager has been a registered sex offender since 2006 because of indecent exposure incidents that took place in 2002 and 2003. So, yeah, bad on me. I fucking blew the coverage of this, folks. Yeah, Proud Boys and QAnonymous were out there. Remember I did a video about how QAnonymous stabbed themselves? And everybody's bringing the left for it, but it was very clear. If you look at the video, they stabbed themselves. That was all true. But I will say they're out there for a hoax, and it appears it really happens. So that sucks, but it does bring to mind that we're going to have some, I guess, uncomfortable conversations, because it does appear that there are some sexual deviants who are going to use the new, which is a good thing, the new acceptance of the trans movement and of trans people to do horrible shit. Not many, but a few of them. And so I guess from now on, we just can't automatically assume all this is made up. Can't just call them liars. We have to be more open-minded, because it obviously does happen, right? So sucks. Need to throw this person under the bus as hard as fucking possible, because all they're doing is setting the trans movement back, which is absolutely not what needs to happen. So, folks, I apologize for covering this story incorrectly. I will try to do better next time. I'm actually surprised I don't fuck up more shit, to be honest with you. I cover like 100 plus topics every show. I'm surprised like I don't have like 20 corrections to do every show. So pretty good overall, but still bad, Dusty, bad. And I feel bad about it. So that's my Wii Spy coverage. What do you guys think? How are we going to handle these issues in the future? What is the correct way to address this type of stuff? Sexual deviants would do anything, you can't stop them. That's true. They would do it regardless. Don't show your joy to people unless you know they want it. I mean, that's obvious, but you know, somebody that's a sexual deviant, they don't care about that. That's the thrill. The thrill is exposing yourself to people that don't want to see it. They go home and jack off later about what your facial expression looked like. I guess some of them probably think that you want to see it, but bad Dusty, don't do that, right? All right, so gonna start out tonight with some American heroes. So let's do it, cause where the fuck's my graphic? I don't have my graphic out here. What the fuck? Oh yeah, here it is. We're American heroes. Hell yeah! And first off, on American heroes, this is why votes matter, folks. This is why I was so upset with Cal Kalinske going out there and saying that he has too much integrity to vote for Biden, influencing his audience not to vote for Biden. This is why I spoke out. Remember TJ made a video shitting on me? Made a whole long ass video shitting on me for calling out Cal Kalinske for saying he has too much integrity. Literally an influencer influencing his left-wing audience not to vote for Biden. Well, today, after careful assessment of the facts and the law, the Justice Department has filed lawsuit against the state of Texas over their ban on abortion.
Last week, after the Supreme Court allowed Texas Senate Bill 8 to take effect, I said that the Justice Department was evaluating all options to protect the constitutional rights of women and other persons. Today, after a careful assessment of the facts and the law, the Justice Department has filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas. Our position is set out in detail in our complaint. Its basis is as follows. SB 8 bans nearly all abortions in the state after 6 weeks of pregnancy, before many women even know they are pregnant, and months before a pregnancy is viable. It does so even in cases of rape, sexual abuse, or incest. And it further prohibits any effort to aid the doctors who provide pre-viability abortions or the women who seek them.
Yeah, if you don't vote for Biden, I guess you weren't necessarily voting for Trump, but you're definitely helping Trump win. And if you're encouraging a left-wing audience who might be convinced to vote for Biden, not to vote for Biden, you're definitely helping Trump win. I don't see how anybody could argue against that. That would be just silly and foolish of you to argue against. But 100% Trump wouldn't have done this. Trump would have said, hey, good for Texas. That's what he said he wanted to happen. He said it'd be kicked back to the states, and the states should decide whether they want to ban abortion or not. And thank you. Thank you to Biden's DOJ for actually doing something about it. Hopefully this is the first of many steps they will take. That would be nice. And also, got to give Biden another shout out because Biden made vaccine mandates for businesses that have over 100 employees. Good. This is exactly what should happen. What really should happen is there should be tax breaks for people that are vaccinated. You know, screw the child tax credit. Just kidding. Child tax credit's fine, but should be like $1,000 a year off your taxes for being vaccinated or getting booster shots and shit. But anyway, good on Biden. He's actually doing pretty good on some of this stuff.
Americans is this. What more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see? We've made vaccinations free, safe, and convenient. The vaccine is FDA approval. Over 200 million Americans have gotten at least one shot. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
Very thin.
And your refusal has cost all of us.
Yep.
So please do the right thing. But just don't take it from me. Listen to the voices of unvaccinated Americans who are lying in hospital beds,
dying,
taking their final breath saying,
yep,
if only I'd gotten vaccinated.
Yep.
If only.
I've been covering it, folks. Man, there's so many of it. So good. You know, I did read today that Biden drone struck a family and killed them, and the guy that they claimed was ISIS, they're saying now was an aid worker. I don't know if that's true or not. So fuck him for all that. But on this, I will put him in the hero section because it's exactly what needs to happen. And hero Paton Oswalt recently canceled a bunch of concerts of his because the venues refused to make sure all the guests were vaccinated, or at least they had negative COVID test. And so he's like, well, fuck that. He's like the anti-Joe Rogan, actually an intelligent and nice guy, good comedian. And Ted Cruz decided to take a shot at him. Not a good idea. Ted Cruz responded, both of his fans were disappointed. So hilarious, Ted Cruz. Like, Paton Oswalt is the hardest working man in Hollywood. He's in everything. What are you talking about? He's hugely popular. He's got that show, AP Bio. He's in Marvel. He's like in everything. And his voice is in everything he's not in personally. So hugely popular, stupid. And Paton Oswalt said, okay, Ted, here we go. Not as disappointed as Texas was when you cut your Cancun vacation short and came home. Boom goes the dynamite. And Jill Twist says, yes, imagine canceling travel plans when people who count on you are in distress. Oh, shit. I struggle to think of something more sad than how badly this dude wants to be cool and funny and beloved and just isn't any of it. And Paton Oswalt is by far one of the funniest comedians working today. But let's be honest. Is anything funnier than a Republican senator likes porn on 9/11? Yeah, he likes that MILF stepmom porn. That's what Ted Cruz was liking on 9/11. So bad life decisions, Ted Cruz, going up against Paton Oswalt. Paton Oswalt, he retweeted one of my videos one time, and he took a lot of shit for it, and he never did it again. That is my story of Paton Oswalt. And next up on the hero section, usually don't put Justin Trudeau in the hero section either. I know he is a controversial figure over there in Canada, but he destroyed Rebel Media. Apparently Rebel Media sued, forcing him to have to take questions from this right-wing shit rag. And he's got no fucks left to give. He let him have it. You go, Justin.
Hello, thank you. Mr. Trudeau, we The only reason that I'm allowed to ask you this question is because today the federal court ruled that the government doesn't have the right to determine who is or is not a journalist. This is the second election in a row that the court had to overturn your government. Do you still insist on being able to make that decision, and why?
First of all, questions around accreditation were handled by the press gallery and the consortium of networks who have strong perspectives on quality journalism and the important information that is shared with Canadians. The reality is organizations like yours that continue to spread misinformation and disinformation on the science around vaccines, around how we're going to actually get through this pandemic and be there for each other and keep our kids safe, is part of why we're seeing such unfortunate anger and lack of understanding of basic science. And quite frankly, I won't call it a media organization, your group of individuals need to take accountability for some of the polarization that we're seeing in this country. And I think Canadians are cluing into the fact that there is a really important decision we take about the kind of country we want to see. And I salute all extraordinary, hardworking journalists that put science and facts at the heart of what they do and ask me tough questions every day, but make sure that they are educating and informing Canadians from a broad range of perspectives, which is the last thing that you guys do.
Yep, nailed it. Fucking destroyed them. Love it. Politicians need to start fighting back against these propaganda outlets. And lastly, on the heroes section, Howard Stern made the heroes. Howard Stern also tested negative for fucks to give.
But it's really funny when the radio guys are the best. There were like 4 of them died. 4 of them who were like ranting on the air, they will not get vaccinated. They were on fire, these guys. It was like day after day. They were all dying. And then their dying words are, I wish I had been more into the vaccine. I wish I had taken it.
You know, I have trouble drumming up compassion. And I think that's a terrible thing. To not be able to drum up compassion for people that stupid that they wind up dying.
Where do I have that clip of that Mark Bernier guy? Bernier, the guy who died. Oh, I got it. Here it is. This is the guy, I'm not getting the vaccine. Fuck, but that's the guy who died.
That's a great question, and we were going to talk about that as far as the vaccine goes. What about you?
Yeah.
I'm not taking it.
Come on.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Anti-Vax? Cheapers.
Ever?
Cheapers.
No.
Anti-vax, Mr. Anti-vax.
And he died?
Yeah, he's dead. He no longer walks. There were 3 other guys, too. I don't have tape of all of them.
I do.
And they're on the radio preaching this shit.
They were.
I'll tell you what, as far as I remember, when I went to school, you had to get a measles vaccine, you had to get a mumps vaccine, there was a ton of them you got.
You still
polio.
have to. In order to go to school, you have to have certain vaccines.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? Fuck them, fuck their freedom. I want my freedom to live. I want to get out of the house already. I want to go next door and play chess. I want to go take some pictures.
Yep, you and me both. I don't want to do any of that. I don't ever want to leave the house. But I want everybody else who wants that to be able to do that. So, good on you, Howard Stern. You said the right thing. And welcome to the heroes section. And hell yeah, we're done with the heroes. Let me check the super chats. And we're going to do a Beyond Parody section, which I brought back specifically because I know you guys love it. JDZ4, I stole this money from a billionaire. Which one? Hold on to it for me until the cops get off my case. Will do. Will do. Middle Run G-Man MR made a good point. If you support Medicare for all, but not the vaccine, you don't care about Medicare for all because it reinforces the idea no one should trust the government. We need to trust if we want Medicare for all. Yep, it don't have anything to do with that. It's political. It's just because Trump was anti-mask and it's just a Republican talking point. That's all it is. Kubrick Lover 1992, Dusty. I wish people would just take the vaccine. I wish I could convince my friends to get them. I really care for them. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, hopefully if they work at a company that has over 100 employees, they'll have to or be fired. Hopefully all businesses will start doing this. Vaccinate or don't work, fuckos. And Armando became a member of the Dust Buddies. Hell yeah! Welcome to the Dust Buddies! You're one of the cool kids now, Armando. You get customized emojis to spam the chat with. That's $2.99 a month. So become a Dust Buddy today, everybody. And Ruby Pickle, spas are weird anyways. Why take a kid there? I don't know. It's a well-known, like, nude spa, which was why I immediately questioned whether this was legitimate or not. I was like, why would this Christian woman take her kid to a nude spa where it's known to frequent and transgender women? It just seemed like a setup from the fucking beginning to me, which is, you know, why I said I don't believe, but I guess I was wrong. Hey, what you gonna do? Breaking Bad on that $4, $5. Thank you, Breaking Bad. Good to see you tonight. Alex says, hey, Dusty. Started watching you a month ago. Keep up the great work. I really appreciate the way you criticize right wings without hate in your heart. Shh. I got all kinds of hate, but there's a little empathy in there. Most of the empathy is for their families and stuff, though, when they die off. That's really what gets me going. Thinking about, like, my sisters mourning my death. Middleran G-Man, $5. Been listening to Tenacious D. Love me some Tenacious D. Man, Jack Black is a lyrical genius. LOL, maybe not. But I have to say, Wonder Boy is hot fire. I don't know if his lyrics are that great, but the way he sings is really good. His lyrical stylings, top notch. All right, anything else pop up? From right to left, just went to Vancouver Vax. Negative PCR to US, took second PCR at entry. No quarantine. People there live normal. No fear, yet far more COVID mindful. Return to the US South, people constantly told to mask. Yeah, other countries are doing much better than we are. Because we're fucking morons. It's all political. Conspiracy-minded idiots everywhere, half the goddamn country. Beast Nation, hey, brother. Kick ass and take names tonight. Love you, man. Love you, Beast. Will do. Don't know how to do it any other way. All right, that is all my super chats. More super chats, please. Please hit the like button if you're able to. And you are, because you're just like a click away from doing it. It's real simple. All right, and brought it back just for you guys. Who's ready for some Beyond Parody? The cats love it. And first off, on Beyond Parody, folks, did you know that Osama bin Laden was woke? Just totally Beyond Parody. I guess Spiked magazine. Does that have anything to do with the old Spike TV channel? No idea, but apparently some kind of chud-ass magazine literally wrote this article. People forget just how woke Al-Qaeda was. Bin Laden was an environmentalist. He believed in cancel culture. And he embraced the Islamist politics of victimhood. 9/11 was a hyper-violent form of identity politics, says Brandon O'Neill. Oh, good God. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This is the dumbest goddamn shit I've ever seen in my life. And of course, it only has 388 likes, but almost 1,400 quote tweets because people are retweeting you, making fun of you because this is the dumbest goddamn shit. Yeah, hyper-conservative Al-Qaeda. Totally fucking woke, aren't they? Just fuck, you're stupid. Cat, what are you doing over there? See the cat scratching the background over there? He's like, ooh. This dinner tray is the best thing ever. I'm going to bury my poop in it. Better not poop on my dinner tray. And next up, on Beyond Parody, just fucking Beyond Parody, folks. You know, they hate China. All these conservative chuds, they hate China, except for they don't. They love China's authoritarianism when it suits them. Watch this stupid shit.
Believe it or not, that was an actual advertisement from our CIA. The people who run our country have become so against the idea of masculinity, they're actually using cisgender people to promote our nation's top spy.
All right, first off, stop. If they're using cisgender people, then they're just using people that identify with their birth sex. Isn't that what you guys want? I guess she meant transgender? Maybe she doesn't know what cisgender means? No idea. Newsmax.
Agency. Unsurprisingly, the Chinese government is going in the complete opposite direction. They're now banning what they call, quote, sissy and effeminate men from television. The CCP claiming that some in the entertainment industry are a bad influence on the young and are, quote, severely polluting the social atmosphere. Carl, I think perhaps maybe we don't need to ban this from TV, but we need to stop promoting it here in America. And I think we might be able to, in this case, learn a thing or two from the Chinese.
I just want to go back to the beginning of that ad there. Like, you are the CIA. Your only job is to go find bad guys so people like me can go kill them. That's it. Like, I don't feel any...
People like you can go kill them? The fuck are you gonna do?
Safer because of some cisgender, like, non-binary wackadoo talking about, how she feels at night. I just want her to go find bad guys.
Yeah, they don't know what any of these words they're using means at all.
Jen, I'm obviously being in journalism. I don't want to censor anybody, but, the Chinese are...
But, I don't want to censor anybody, but, hey, the Chinese censoring people is pretty great, don't you think?
Looking at stuff like this, and they're saying, hey, we don't want to look like that on the world stage. It projects weakness. So we're going to go ahead and ban it. I mean, they're communists. That's what they do.
Well, you see where it's taking us with our woke military, our woke generals like Milley. They've turned into snowflakes, and that's what these global leaders are seeing in the United States these days.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it absolutely is insane
crazy
to me. I think they should put their focus back on the battlefield and stop making people feel good.
Beyond parody, these people. Yeah, we don't want any effeminate-looking man on TV. But I love freedom. Freedom for everybody, except, not really. Wink, wink. Next up, on Beyond Parody. Oh my God, did you ever think it would come to this? Remember, you used to not be able to criticize the president at all. Remember the Dixie Chicks? Just mildly criticize Bush. They put their CDs in the goddamn driveway and ran over them with steamrollers. They ostracized them, canceled the fuck out of them. Fox News went crazy about a mild criticism of the president. Now, they're literally praising brutal dictators in order to shit on the president. Beyond parody.
Look good. I'm sorry. He looks better than our president.
No, whoever this is looks fine, but it's not him. It's a body double. Do you remember those stories in the New York?
Look good. I'm sorry. He looks better than our president.
Yeah, he looks better than our president. Yeah, he almost looks like he's 35 years younger than our president. I wonder why he looks like that. Maybe because he's fucking 35 goddamn years younger than our president. Possibly. Oh my God, so stupid. #1 news network in America on cable. And Trump. So I'm going to play you 2 clips first. These clips are sort of beyond parody in their own right, but they're going to lead up to something that's even more beyond parody. So Trump did an interview, if that's what you want to call it, with Gutfeld. Gutfeld is the comedy show, and I use that word really loosely, on Fox News. It's the only presidential interview I've ever seen that had a laugh track. So bizarre, but watch how he sucks Donald Trump's nuts.
Right.
And then you started, and now I don't know if it's love, but it's getting close, and we like it.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's love, but I would say it's admiration.
Thank you.
And also admitting that I was wrong because I was focusing on words and not deeds. And now we're at a time where, okay, there are no more mean tweets, and we have a really nice president, and the country is in the crapper. So who would you rather have?
Well, I don't know that he's a nice president. I'm not sure about that. But I can tell you the country has never been more unsafe. We have people pouring in through our southern border, which everyone's forgetting about right now because of the travesty of Afghanistan. And if you look at the people coming in by the hundreds, by the thousands, and these are not the people necessarily that wanted the protection.
Right.
These are people. So are they terrorists? How many terrorists are coming in? And they were aggressive, very aggressive at the plane, and they pushed their way onto the plane.
What do you think?
So, yeah, I'm sorry I was wrong, Trump. You're amazing. And then laugh track, which is really odd. And then, goes right around. Do the reach around.
Do you miss Twitter at all? Do you tweet in your head, like because you're not on there anymore?
Well, a lot of people think Twitter was bad for me. I disagree. I think it was good for me. Twitter's become a very boring place. As I understand, I don't want to be like bragging or anything, but people are saying it's become very boring.
God forbid Trump brag on himself. There's one thing he's known for. It's his humility.
That you made the site.
When I went onto Twitter like 12 years ago, Twitter was a failed operation. And it became successful, and a lot of people said I had a lot to do with it. When they took me off, I had way over 100 million people. And then if you add Facebook and everything else, it's over 200 million people. That's a lot. You go from...
So just as softball and ass kissy of an interview as you could possibly get. Exactly what you would imagine, but here's the Beyond Parody part. So this guy's on a show. I don't know what this is. I don't know why this guy has a belt. Don't know who the fuck this is. Something obese, neckbeard. Apparently thinks he's tough with a beard. I don't with a belt. I don't know. But listen to this.
Normally would never do this, man. But wow, man, that was a real no. But it was a conversation, and you didn't change. No, people when they interview presidents change. You didn't kiss his ass.
No.
And I applaud you. And you had a conversation. You even told him I didn't like, because I used to hear him going, this guy, are you kidding?
Yeah, you didn't kiss his ass. I mean, yeah, you did blow him. Like, you blew him to completion. You took his jizz all over your face. You worked the nuts. You even licked the taint. But not one time did I see you kiss his ass. So, good going, you Studley Gutfeld. I mean, holy shit. Beyond fucking parody. Even having this guy on there to begin with is beyond parody. So many layers of this beyond parody. And Michelle Baldwin is back, folks. And hey, did you guys know that us lefties want you to forget about 9/11? Apparently it's true. And do you know why we want you to forget about 9/11? Critical race theory. Psh.
The Lord spoke to me about 4 months ago and said to do a conference on September 11th. So we started putting this together. I noticed in academia, there really wasn't much of an emphasis. There were no symposiums that I was seeing on September 11th. There may be some now, but I hadn't seen any when we were starting to put this together. And so we began this process. And one reason why it was intriguing to me is because America has taken a turn. From all of our cultural gatekeepers, whether it is from the entertainment industry, academia, even corporate culture, America is now becoming an anti-view. It is not a pro-America view, it is an anti-America view. And so I noticed in July, for instance, that Joe Biden had canceled the 4th of July celebrations in Washington, D.C. A lot of Democrat governors, Democrat mayors, were canceling their 4th of July.
Because we were in the middle of a pandemic that killed hundreds of thousands of Americans?
Festivities, all under the auspices of COVID. And I thought, this is very, very strange. There's an effort to cancel not only our voices, but there's an effort to cancel America's history, traditions, and even our holidays and our heroes. And so I was even more convinced that we were on the right track here at Regent by focusing on September 11th. And one reason why I think there's such an anti-mood toward September 11th is because America was the victim that day. And under critical race theory, whether it's being taught through corporations or whether it's taught through K-12 schools or preschools or at the collegiate level, critical race theory says that America is the oppressor nation and we, the American people, are the bad guys and any other nation is the victim. And so I knew, again, that focusing on what really happened on that day probably wasn't going to happen. So we pulled together incredible speakers for this to speak the truth.
That's right, folks. Biden canceled some 4th of July celebrations because of the pandemic, but it was really because of 9/11 and critical race theory. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Definitely not beyond parody, Michelle Baldwin. And beyond parody, the TERFs. They see transgender women even when they don't exist. They're so obsessed with transgender women. So this woman got arrested for having sex with a 14-year-old boy who was her former student. And of course, all the TERFs are out there saying, does this mean he gets to be placed in a woman's prison? Yeah, but self-ID is such a grand idea. Yeah, this is a cis woman. People that have grown up with her, said, I'm just going to put this out there because there seems to be a lot of confusion. This, in fact, a cis hetero woman. And I know this because I know this person is in real life. We grew up in the same town, so doesn't matter. She has, I guess, slight masculine features, I guess. She's about 15 pounds overweight, which kind of helps make her look a little beefier. I don't know, but just go ahead and throw transgender people on the bus for no fucking reason. You turf idiots. Because you're beyond parody. And making copies! Rob Schneider back at it, and he wants you to know, wow, late night television isn't funny anymore. And if there's somebody who knows a lot about funny, it would be Rob Schneider. He says, much late night comedy is less about being funny and more about indoctrination by comedic imposition. People aren't really laughing at it as much as cheering on the rhetoric. It no longer resembles a comedy show. It's more like some kind of liberal Klan meeting. Yeah, totally. Isn't Saturday Night Live basically a Klan meeting for the left? That just makes sense. Every time I've ever gone to a Klan meeting, it was just people doing improv and skits and shit. Crazy wigs. So, Rob Schneider, as usual, nailed it. Good Lord, y'all. And beyond parody, there's so much to unpack in this 4-second clip. Here's chud ass Lauren Chen.
Hey, Lauren here. Let's talk about some dank Taliban memes.
Oh my God. Oh, I just cringed so hard. I broke a rib. Fuck. Third rib I broke this week. Yes, folks. Let's take a look at some dank Taliban memes. Like, the whole dank meme things was always cringe. Even like in 2015 and 16 when it was popular. Imagine still doing the dank meme thing in 2021 and then dank Taliban memes. Like, oh my good Lord, y'all. Just beyond parody. That's why I brought this segment back. And while we're at it, seems like she's had kind of a change of heart about the vaccinations in the last couple years. Here's Lauren Chen from 2018. I need to turn my mic up a little bit. Where she said, get out of here with that BS. Vaccines are safe, and people who can't be vaccinated depend on people who get them for herd immunity. The science is settled. This is a public health matter, and the misinformation out there on vaccines is disgusting. Says one of the main purveyors of current day misinformation about vaccines. So, it's almost like it became political for some reason, and you 100% changed your position based on your politics, not science at all, huh? Wonder how that could have happened. I wonder what made her change her mind. Can't think of anything. Must be her moral compass changed. That's what it is. She's now totally moral. And remember, I showed you the video last show of Larry Elder, who is the top Republican candidate to win the governorship in California. Hopefully he won't win, but he's the one polling in the lead on the Republican side. And he was talking about how maybe we should give slave owners reparations. Yeah, you know that guy. Well, anyway, he got a new campaign ad. And the guy in it, I think, might be working through some stuff in his life. It's sort of bizarre. Let's have a look. This is real, folks.
Dude, you remind me of the guy in high school who took my girlfriend, then went on to the next girl. You still think you're better than everyone else. You shut down public schools while your kids...
He's talking about Newsom. You reminded me of the guy in high school who fucked my girlfriend. I asked her to prom. She said yes. We showed up at prom and then she disappeared. Next thing I knew, she was fucking a guy who looked just like you under the bleachers. Please, please do not vote for this prom date fucker. Just what in the hell is happening on the Republican side, y'all? Beyond parody. Good Lord. And, oh yeah, Tito Ortiz. Oh my God, he's so stupid. So much to unpack here. Let me play it and then we'll unpack.
You know, not to get political about stuff, but here in Huntington, we're number 4 in the nation, the most conservative city. We are the Florida of the United States. Here.
Yes, folks. They are the Florida of the United States. Hey, Tito, Florida is the Florida of the United States. Plus, that's not a compliment, okay? You know, there's a reason that Florida is considered the flaccid penis of the country. That's why Florida is even more of an embarrassment these days than Mississippi is. Calling your community Florida, yeah, that's not the win you think it is, Tito. Good God. I'm just saying, folks, maybe don't get punched in the head for a living. Seems to be bad in my observation. Not the best. Tito Ortiz. And last one on Beyond Parody. Can't even parody these people. Here's popular, real popular on the conservative influencer side, Matt Walsh. Yes, I said that I don't like female analysts and reporters in football. No, I don't care if that upsets you. You're a badass, y'all. You don't care. No, I don't apologize. Yes, I think women are feminizing traditionally male spaces. Yes, I think that's bad. Yes, I'm right. No, your whining doesn't change any of this. Good God, he's literally whining about women doing interviews like in NFL games and shit. Trying to be a badass and accuse everybody else of whining. Like, just, you can't parrot it. It's just so sad. No self-reflection whatsoever in these people. And that's my Beyond Parody section. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's check the super chats. Moving right along. Lauren Chin is really bad at hiding her power level. Yep. I don't think you're going to be invited to the ethno state there, Lauren. Might want a second. You might be. You're pretty. They might give you a pass. Cubert Lover. Dusty, I am so sick of those people saying God spoke to them and told them to do something. I just find it really annoying. We're going to be really annoyed at the religious bullshit segment tonight because Silly Ray Cyrus is back. And spoiler alert, it's silly. The Pub Night, Dusty, remember how the right got triggered at the Dixie Chicks Without You video because they had Natalie hugging a naked black man? I don't remember that, but who's shocked? Nobody's raising their hand. Emilia Daria. What happened to the We Can Be Heroes song? Can't really sing along to American Heroes version. Love you, Dusty. You guys want me to return that? Let me return to the We Can Be Heroes for just one day. I don't know. I just felt like the We're American Heroes was funnier. I don't know. I love that line. That is a line from my video on Chris Powell. If you haven't seen that. Karen McDonald became a Dust Buddy. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club. The brand new KKK. No, Dusty. No. And Daddy Nerdnick. Sorry for my lateness. No forgiveness. I love my patron to a tone. All right. I forgive you. Infinite Brain. $2. Thank you, Infinite. Kinky became a Dust Buddy. Spam the chat with immunity with those customized emojis. I need to add some new ones. I think I could add at least one new one. I need to work on that. Now, I'm working hard on the show, guys. I've been putting a lot of hours into this show. I know a lot of people have... They've gave up on my Patreon. They said, hey, you weren't making enough exclusive Patreon-only content. And I'm sorry about that, but I've been killing on these shows lately. So, maybe you'll forgive me and support me anyway. From right to left, just already read that. All right. More super chats, please. It's a bit light tonight, but what you gonna do? You guys have been real generous last week. Also, hit the like button, please. Least you can do. If you can't chip in, hit the like button. And now, gonna do the religious bullshit section. Everybody knows the words. Everybody sing along. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bully shit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Yeah, it is. And right off the bat, Silly Ray Cyrus. Hell yeah. Everybody loves Silly Ray. He's the best guy in the world. And folks, Silly Ray wants you to know that if you talk about him behind his back, he could hear you because God lets him eavesdrop on us all. It's true.
But I'm a prophet.
You're not.
I hear the word of the Lord. I heard the conversation of two people. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm speaking to the enemies of God right now. Don't curse me.
Fuck you.
Don't talk against God. Don't curse me. And don't say because the Lord will let me hear your conversation.
I think this guy must have been watching my videos, yo. I think he knows we call him Silly Ray Cyrus, and he about to cry on it. And dude, I want you to hear my conversations. That's why I recorded it and put it on the fucking internet. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I will hear you speak.
Good. I want you to.
Oh, Brother Robin, you really think you can do it? Yes! When it comes to these things, the Lord opens it up and I hear them.
So apparently, God's a voyeur. Likes listening to our conversations. Damn it! Why so silly-us, Silly Ray? And next up, Hank Kuhneman. Is that his name? Close enough. And he wants you guys to know that if you doubt him, if you make fun of him, God's gonna get you. Seems to be the same message all these guys keep saying. We're God's messengers. Making fun of us is like making fun of God. Better not do it. Better be afraid. We're not afraid of you. Goddamn dorks. Right Wing Watch.
And so we have to understand, even though we've got 4 months that's going to finish up this year, God has a certain thing that he is poised to do, and he is doing. So don't give up. Don't think that the year is coming to a close and we aren't going to see the hand of God. No, it's going to continue. And it's going to be revealed in 2022. In fact, the Spirit of the Lord prophesied about 2022.
It's going to be revealed in 2022, folks. He's been promising every 5 minutes, and now he's kicked the can down the road again to 2022. And then he's going to kick it down the road every month in 2022, and then in 2023. Never-ending grift.
22. And he said this, he said 2020 was the year that we are to believe the prophets. And believe...
Hey, funny how that worked out for you. Strange that he didn't say, hey, in 2020, don't believe anything a prophet says. Prophets are bullshit. But he didn't say that. Well, that's good. I'm glad he told you to tell us, Prophet Hank Kitterman.
That God has spoken so that we would be established, believe as prophets, you would prosper. Well, guess what? They put masks on everybody's mouths, shutdowns, and the media came out with the election, which God prophesied through this vessel here.
So now he's going to pretend like from the very beginning he prophesied it, that the election will be stolen. When we all know, we watched it, I covered it the entire time. They were saying Donald Trump was going to win in a landslide. Wasn't mentioning anything about a stolen election. But now he's going to go back and rewrite history and pretend like he knew it all along and he was telling you guys. Just shameless.
On August 16th, that they would... steal the election.
Liar.
I've shared that here on Elijah Streams. I've shared it on Flashpoint. Okay, God said it would be a planned, chaotic thing to steal the election. That's August 16th of 2020. So God knew ahead of time that they were going to do this. So anybody out there, if you are saying the election wasn't stolen, that it's the big 45 lie, you need to absolutely get a clue.
Yeah.
You really do. You're wanting to not believe it on purpose. And that is grievance to God, because God already said ahead of time this is what they're going to do. There are some things, the way God operates is not subject to man's events, calendar, expectations. Some things, as he's looked at as the Alpha and the Omega, he's looked at things by way of events. So that means it's not subject to our opinion. It's not subject to certain things, of being able to change it. It's going to happen, and there's certain things that need to play out, and what God's doing is testing us to see really who's on the Lord's side right now.
Not me, motherfuckers! I'm not on any of your guys' side, but I do appreciate what you're doing, which is killing religion. You guys are amazing. And another guy killing religion, this guy, Pastor Jackson Laymeyer, wants you to know Black Lives Matter is a demonic organization run by lesbian witches? I don't know. You're making it sound cooler, dude. I've never wanted to join Black Lives Matter more.
What is the spirit of Jezebel? It's a manipulating spirit. You say, give me an example of the spirit of Jezebel here in the United States of America today. It's very easy. The organization called Black Lives Matter, that's the spirit of Jezebel behind that organization. You say, what are you talking about? Are you saying black lives don't matter? Quit being a moron. That's not what I said. I said the organization called Black Lives Matter is operating under the spirit of Jezebel. Did you know that organization was founded by witchcraft practicing lesbians? That's who founded the organization called Black Lives Matter that caused $2 billion of damage in one summer.
Don't give a shit.
So you can't say
Fuck
that
your
at
property.
church. I just did.
Yeah, he's gonna play the victim. Hey, I'm so brave and badass. You're not allowed to say this in church. Yeah, you are. You motherfuckers are constantly saying stupid shit like this at every church. What are you talking about? Who's stopping you? Nobody. Quit playing the victim, dipshit. Yeah.
Say, but Jackson, that's not politically correct.
So terrible.
That's not our goal. Our goal is to be biblically correct. That's our goal.
Better start stoning gay people and disobedient children.
Say, but you shouldn't say that, you know, because the media, they're going to take this little clip, and Right Wing Watch is going to post it all over the internet. Let me tell you something. We are not a woke church that is spiritually broke. We do not bow down and kiss the feet of the organization called Black Lives Matter. It will never happen on this stage. You can mark my words.
They not woke. He trying to get that Pastor Greg Locke money. He knows this is what attracts dipshit conservatives, Christians, lowest common denominator, bottom of the barrel motherfuckers constantly. And another funny story, folks. Not funny, I guess sad, but sort of funny. Kansas lawmaker behind In God We Trust bill indicted on COVID relief fraud charges. So this guy, here's his campaign video. First of all, let's watch his campaign video for this winter.
We've brought God back into our schools. We've fought for and won the lives of our children, the born and the unborn, and now we're creating pro-business, limited government policies in Kansas, and with your support on August 4th, we'll do it again.
So this amazing male specimen stole $400,000 from the government PPP program, $450,000. He inflated his payroll and applied for loans to pay employees that don't exist. Happens over and over and over again. The more someone claims they speak for God or they're a Christian, almost every time, the more likely they are to be some kind of criminal or scam artist. They've literally done studies that show that if someone mentions God when they ask you for a loan, they're much, much, much less likely to pay that loan back. And, you know, it makes sense because all they do is ask God for forgiveness and they don't have to make amends for any of their wrongdoing. They can just move on with their lives and pretend like it never happened. It's a completely immoral philosophy. And here's a horrible story, folks. Teen given 20-year sentence after killing child for not memorizing Bible verses. So this poor little 7-year-old Ethan Oswalt, his dad told his cousin to punish him, mistreat him until he learned Bible verses. So the kid beat him, held a large log on his chest till he wasn't moving, and then covered him in snow and left him out there for 20 minutes, and he died of hypothermia. Just completely fucking evil, folks. Example after example after example of how fucking evil these Christian sons of goddamn bitches are. Apparently his mom also got 5 years, and his dad hasn't been charged yet, but he's going to do some time too. But just a horrible fucking story. God damn it. And it's people like this, folks. You can tell there's something wrong with this guy. Something criminally wrong with, I just get I'm not saying I have any knowledge. I'm just saying God is telling me that there's something severely fucked up in this guy's closet. Now, can't blame me. I don't know for a fact, but that's what God is leading me to believe. Listen to this motherfucker.
Do you know God's favorite job?
Blowjobs?
Is a gardener.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Adam was a gardener. You are being
But he hates apples, so don't grow that shit.
called to the Garden of America to pull out the weeds of liberalism, to pull out the disease of democracy.
Yeah, folks, God wants to pull out the disease of democracy. You're saying the quiet part out loud there, fascist.
and to restore the walls of the republic and to rebuild the hedges of holiness and to place within this nation the hedgerows of the law of God, the rule of law, and the rule of this great republic.
What's that, God? This guy rapes children? God, you can't say that. He'll sue you. He rapes lots of children. I don't believe that, God. God, shame on you, God. I didn't say it, y'all. Next up, Dave Dobermeyer. Here's a great example of how it started and how it's going. First off, how it started. Now, this clip is sped up a little bit, but good.
I take a multivitamin. You take an AC? No, what's an AC? Well, if you don't get some of it in your ass, you're going to be dead. You understand what I'm telling you? You're going to die, folks. Wake the hell up!
Wait a minute, did he just say put vitamins in your ass?
You understand what I'm telling you? You're going to die, folks. Wake the hell up! You take an AC? No, what's an AC? Well, if you don't get some of it in your ass, you're going to be dead. You understand what I'm telling you? You're going to die, folks. Wake the hell up! We're trying to kill you! The people who are spreading the virus are the ones who have the vaccinations, friends. Shake your damn head. Your eyes are stuck. They're telling you it's those who aren't vaccinated. It's the ones who are vaccinated who are killing people. NAC, 500, 600 milligrams a day, twice a day. Free radical protection. Are you taking any of it? No! Why? Oh, you want to argue about whether or not it's the right face? Vitamin C. Not a multivitamin. 1,000 mgs, whatever the hell that means. Sorry for my language. No, I'm not sorry. It's been boiling inside of me. I take 5 of them a day. 5,000 vitamin C, 1,000 mgs a day. I take 5 of them a day, and I'm alive.
And angry.
D3. Vitamin D3. 5,000 IUs, whatever that means. Take it every day. Every day. Every day. When I go on the road, I pack them. I take them with me. I take them every day. Copper bisglycinate. Every day. Every day for a year. I've taken copper.
So there here, folks. He's taken all of his vitamins. He's completely fucking healthy. That's how it started. Hey, let's check in on him. See how it's going over there with Dave Dobermeyer.
Unbelievable. A weekend. I bet I slept. I don't know how much I slept. I woke up to go back to sleep. All as unbelievable. Sweating. Man. In fact, my wife's upstairs with a whip. She didn't even want me to come down here this morning. And I'm here, and I covered your prayers. You know, everybody says the same thing. Oh, you got COVID. Well, what the hell does that even mean, I got COVID? What is that?
Yeah, what does that mean? Shh. What is COVID? I've never even... COVID? How do you even pronounce this word? I don't even know. What are viruses?
What is COVID? I got something.
Something.
And man, I'm telling you, man, it has been like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. I can't eat. I can't even
Did you take your vitamins?
If I drink water, it doesn't matter what it is, I immediately want to throw up. And I have drenched my bed about as many times as you can drench it.
I bet you have.
With fever. And so I just covered your prayers, if you would.
Yeah, you should cover the vaccine, you fucking moron. Could have kept this from happening, but hey, at least we know the vitamins don't work. Thank you for proving that to us. And him and Sherry Tenpenny, who is this doctor that all these conspiracy theorists keep quoting. Apparently, they claim they're going to make $100 million in their first month. I showed you guys this in my last video. But don't worry, folks. They're not greedy. They're only keeping 20% of it for themselves. So, it's only $20 million. Definitely don't call them shameless fucking grifters. That'll be wrong. And that's my religious bullshit section. Hell yeah. Let me check the super chat. So we got a huge My Corona section coming at you guys. Cubic Lover. Dusty, Christians say they don't judge people, but then why do they do the opposite? Some of them at least. Everybody judges everybody. It's just bullshit. They want to pretend like they're holier than thou. They're pious, and they're not. They're full of shit. Tony Winston, 66-year-old philosopher and patron. Hell yeah, Tony. You're one of the good ones. Love you. Peter Manetti, great show tonight, Dusty. The Lord told me to give you $5. Amen. God is good. All right, more super chats, please. If you're able, hit the like button, fuckos. Half of you hadn't hit the like button yet. The fuck is wrong with you? Working my ass off. Actually, I'm getting my ass back, so that's a lie, but I'm working hard. And next up, if you guys know the tune, feel free to sing along. Where is it? My Corona. Big my Corona tonight. Gonna kick it right off with... All right, folks, I don't know if you heard about this one. Apparently, there is a study that says ivermectin causes sterility in men, which is fucking hilarious. Now, first off, I do want to say they've already withdrawn the study because they don't believe the study was up to the rigors of what the study should be, had too small of a sample size, and they question how it was done. But the funny part is, this is still how a lot of the people that are taking ivermectin have treated the bullshit studies about ivermectin. So, who knows? Could be true. 85% of all male patients treated in a particular center with ivermectin in the recent past who went to the laboratory for routine tests were discovered to have developed various forms, grades, and degrees of sperm dysfunction. So, probably not true, but it would be funny if it was. Who could have ever thought that taking horse paste would hurt your sperm? Who could have seen that coming? And, conspiracy theory going on over on Steve Peters TV. Did you guys know vaccine is the mark of the beast? Gotta be true.
Well, in the Bible it says that, we would know and we'd make the decision to take the mark of the beast intentionally. So that is why I do not believe that the actual vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine, is the mark of the beast. However, everything that they have aligned, the mandates, the inability to travel, interstate travel, the inability to buy and sell, go to the grocery store. We're already seeing it in other countries and other continents like Australia. This is all part of the beast system. It's a precursor to the mark of the beast that is coming next. They said that there's going to be a mass deception. There's going to be one who rises up who claims, I have the cure, I have everything. That's what Donald Trump said. That's literally what Trump said. Me. But only thing you have to do is take this mark. So what they're doing is they're setting it up. This is all a precursor to the mark of the beast. Now, I don't believe that the current vaccine is.
All right, I was wrong. The current vaccine is at the mark of the beast. It's just leading up to the mark of the beast. The precursor. So, good. I can't wait for the mark of the beast. I'll be the first one to get it. Sign me up, because apparently the Christians disappear shortly after we all take the mark of the beast. So whatever we got to do to get the show on the fucking road, Jesus, bring it. And, Chica, see this one? What? That's not the one I wanted. Is it this one? Oh, he removed it. Fuck. God damn it. He removed the video. All right. This guy made a video claiming that a bunch of F-22 pilots walked out of their job because they refused to get vaccinated. A whole bunch of people have resigned from the military, which is not how the military works at all. So I was going to show you a stupid video, but yeah, the Department of Defense immediately said, yeah, this is bullshit. Never happened. The guy's full of goddamn shit, so no surprise there. You really can't just leave your job when you're in the military. There are penalties for that, like jail time and shit. Doesn't work like a regular job. You can't just fucking quit. That's why I tell you motherfuckers, don't join the military. Sounding your whole fucking lives away over that shit. And they're so cool, aren't they? Here's Missouri Representative Bill Kidd, who posted, so guess who just tested positive for COVID? Me. And no, we didn't get the vaccine. We're Republicans. Laughing face. Ah, so funny. So funny that you're helping to spread this virus. It may not kill you, but it'll probably lower your IQ. Not that I believe that. Your intelligence, and will probably have long-term effects. But who gives a shit, right? You're Republican. It's almost like this is political. They're always sort of like, well, who made it political? Why is it political? Because you motherfuckers have made it political, obviously. That's a good question. Why is it political? It shouldn't be political, but it is. And, oh yeah. So, meet Veronica Walski, who filmed lots of videos of her going in and mistreating minimum wage workers because she's a fucking piece of shit. And here's one of them.
Down here, so it's not real obvious that I'm videoing. Hello. I have a face mask on, honey. And I have a medical exemption and a doctor's note. So I have, somebody sent me an email.
Ma'am, I'm not helping you.
I'll get the manager, please. I have a medical exemption.
So, that's how it started. Let's check in with Veronica and see how it's going. Oh, okay, yeah. She's on a ventilator. Oh, okay. Cool. She's trying to sue the hospital into giving her ivermectin. Has no problem taking ivermectin, but wouldn't take the vaccine. Thoughts and prayers, I guess. What else can you say? I'm all out of them, but I don't know if she's dead yet. Did she die? I have not heard that she died. I think she's still on a ventilator. But... And they're just outright trying to instigate violence. This is what they always do, folks. Trying to scare you over the vaccine and then trying to get you to murder people. You first, Dowie.
And I am hoping and praying that the Supreme Court justices that he appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court will do the right thing and stand up for the Constitution, stand up for our freedom, stand up for our liberty. And if they don't, I call on my fellow Americans, do not comply. Do not comply with the tyranny. And when the Gestapo show up at your front door, you know what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do. He's basically talking about killing cops is what he's talking about, folks. Not that anybody's going to show up to your door and vaccinate you. Now, jobs may not hire you if you don't get vaccinated. It might not be to go to stores. It might not be to travel to other countries. But you can sit your happy ass at home and order shit off Amazon. But yeah, outright trying to instigate violence. And this week, fucking Death Santos went public and he was like, hey, why does anybody care if you're vaccinated or not? You being vaccinated doesn't have any effect on anybody else. Like, good goddamn, how is this the governor of Florida? I mean, I guess I answered my own question there. It makes sense. But he was immediately slapped down by Fauci. Let's watch.
It's about your health and whether you want that protection or not. It really doesn't impact me or anyone else.
Well, that's not true at all. I mean, obviously, it's important for you as an individual for your own personal protection, safety, and health. But when you have a virus that's circulating in the community and you are not vaccinated, you are part of the problem because you're allowing yourself to be a vehicle for the virus to be spreading to someone else.
Exactly. Like, he knows that, of course, though. He just doesn't give a shit. He wants to be president. His political aspirations go far above his care for the citizens of Florida. He literally doesn't give a shit if you guys die because he knows you guys don't give a shit if you die or not. You're so fucking stupid. He's just playing into your stupidity. And you're rewarding him for it. He's your governor. Good luck, Florida. Did you guys see this? So depressing. This is why the pandemic is still spreading. This is why we can't move past it. Parents encourage kids to burn masks on Idaho Capitol steps. These are the same people who continuously bitch about indoctrination of children. Don't use your children as political pawns. Have no problem with it. Just depressing as fuck. And even more examples of it. Here they are encouraging their kids to go against mask mandates and just go into the schools. Even though they have mask mandates in the schools, and the sheriff's officer here is not enforcing any of the rules. The mandates don't do any good if the police won't actually enforce them. Students at a school in Manchester, instigated by parents, refuse to comply with the mask mandate and enter school.
They don't have a mask.
If you don't want to go in, you don't have to.
What if they do?
I'm not going to force anybody. I'm not putting masks on anybody. That's not my job. The order.
So they can go in without the mask.
This is a county health department order.
Okay.
And a policy of the school.
Right.
That if anybody that's going to go in, they got to have a mask on.
There is no policy.
I'm not arguing.
Okay, so they can go in, guys.
They can go in.
They can go in. Go on in, guys.
Go in.
They can't enforce it.
I said if they have to have a mask.
Yeah, you guys, they can't touch you. Just go ahead and go in.
They can't touch us. Go in.
plague rats. They do not give a fuck about anybody's health and safety. They're using their children as weapons, as like biological weapons.
They can't touch you guys. No pushing. You cannot touch students. Oh yeah, drink a bottle of water. Eat They cannot touch you, you guys. There you go.
Yay! Plague rats! Hooray for the plague rats!
Be kind and respectful.
Yay! Be kind and respectful as you disobey the rules and push past them and spread disease. Hooray! God damn it, this is why we can't have nice things. And more school board zombies! Brains! They want brains, folks! Because they don't have any. My local school board meeting, now brought to you in part by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department.
You work for them! You work for us! No, you work for us! You took it down! Guys, you took it down! This is bullshit! Bullshit is what it is! You're not the Constitution! Lord, where are you?
Look at these doughy fucks. They think they're so tough. Wants to be the victim so bad.
Follow the Constitution!
No reason for this.
This country is just so fucked. It just collapsed so quickly. Hey! They're even angering my cats. I don't blame you, cats. I also am enraged. But hey, would you guys cut the fuck out? Seriously, dudes. Not cool. Dudes, don't make me fucking get up, because I won't. And next up on my corona, this is a sad one. So this kid decides to get up at one of the school board meetings and talk about his grandmother who died from COVID, and they laugh at him and snigger. Lowest human goddamn garbage on earth, Trump supporters.
This time last year, my grandmother, who was a former teacher at the Rutherford County school system, died of COVID because someone wasn't wearing a mask. This is a very...
Look at him.
This is a very...
Laughing. No. Hilarious. That you think she died because they didn't wear masks.
I understand why people would like react like that to a statement that I made that's
human
like
scum.
So personal, you know?
Because they don't have a heart. They don't give a fucking shit about you. Would you guys quit? Would you fucking quit that bullshit? You're about to piss me the fuck off now. Stop it. Sorry. We have 9 cats as always. Having some kind of gang warfare over here in the middle of my fucking show. Not happy about it, guys. And next up, oh my corona, Cat Wars. All right, and Dim Tool wants you to know that hey, every year, 659,000 people die from heart disease, We need to shut everything down, restrict people's access to unhealthy foods that may contribute to heart disease, and put everyone on heart medication. He didn't even, especially children. We must ban smoking, ban obesity, ban unhealthy food, force people to exercise, and require medical screenings, checkpoints, and heart medication. Oh, obvious. He knows why this is stupid. He knows that obesity isn't infectious. He knows that a fat person standing next to me won't make me fat. He knows this is true, but he doesn't give a shit because he's a millionaire. By putting out hot takes like this, he's just pandering to his dumbass, brainless audience. Dim Tool! Exactly what you'd expect from a millionaire influencer, Dim Tool. And, oh yeah, here's Joe Rogan's best friend, rapist. What's this guy's name? I don't know. Cabana Boy. But anyway, Brandon Schlub. I need to make sure I got my idiot poster here. Here's what Brendan Schlub has to say about ivermectin.
Dude, so you know that with ivermectin, you know in Tokyo, the government came out and said to take it?
Yeah.
You know,
false! False! That did not happen! It did not happen! Let's fact check this motherfucker. Japan has not endorsed ivermectin. Tokyo's Medical Association chairman held a press conference. The Tokyo Medical Association chairman is not associated with the government whatsoever. He came out and he basically said, hey, if people want to take ivermectin, fine, let them. Yeah, we should let the doctors prescribe it if people want to take it. I don't see any big deal about it. Not associated with the government, and the government does not endorse the taking of ivermectin. Completely debunked bullshit. Now, here's the thing about ivermectin, folks. Like, I think they done studies. Like, one of the studies they did, they showed that African countries that have a high incident of taking ivermectin, they have a lower mortality rate. It's like 28% lower. So there might be something about ivermectin that does help lower their mortality rate. And it might be beneficial to take along with the vaccine. The dangerous part is taking ivermectin instead of the vaccine, or thinking that you don't have to be vaccinated because you take ivermectin. There's so many people on their deathbed who took ivermectin and they're dying, and there are very, very few of them that got vaccinated and they're dying. That's why what Joe Rogan did is so dangerous. First off, he has to come out and he has to clarify, do not take horse paste. Do not go to your feed store and buy that ivermectin. That's different than the ones that the doctors prescribe. Totally different. But also, get vaccinated. If you want to get vaccinated and then take it from your doctor's prescription, fine. If you get sick after you've been vaccinated, you want to take it, fine. But don't skip the vaccine. That's the fucking important part. Anything else is just spreading misinformation and killing people. I cover it. I'm going to cover more of it in this show, maybe if I have time. Week in and week out, we see you're killing people by making them think that they can take ivermectin instead of taking the vaccine. Brett Weinstein was just on Joe Rogan's show last week, and they were literally pushing this shit. Horrible. But of course, Spotify don't give a fuck. Joe Rogan don't give a fuck. And these are Joe Rogan's best friends. They're just misinformation spreaders. Why would they fact check any goddamn thing they say? I saw the Twitter post that he's actually talking about that said, hey, the government of Japan came out and said take ivermectin, which was a lie. I actually looked it up immediately. I said, is that true? I bet that's not true. I bet this is just propaganda put out by right-wing shitheads. And of course it was. So, unsurprising, these are the people that Joe Rogan surrounds himself with. Total fucking morons. And last up on my Corona, folks, the Bible specifically told you to wear masks. Like, even back in the olden days of the primitive motherfuckers in the Bible, they knew that disease was spread from person to person. Leviticus 13:45-46. Look it up. I did. It says this. Anyone with such a defiling disease must wear torn clothes, let their hair be unkempt, cover the lower part of their face, and cry out, unclean, unclean. As long as they have the disease, they remain unclean. They must live alone. They must live outside the camp. So, yeah, they knew. Do what the Bible tells you to, motherfuckers. Why are you against God? Why do you hate God, Christians? Just saying. Might want to get in line. You're going to be punished. Hell is hot and forever, according to you guys. And all right, that's my Corona section. Good God, I have only been through a little bit of the show, and we only got 40 minutes left. We're definitely doing some overtime tonight. 100% overtime. So reward me from overtime. Go Vegan, Black Mooney says, stop climate change, deforestation. I'm mostly vegetarian, so I try. It's hard though. Cat, get off the TV. That's a good TV. Please don't fuck my TV up. Let's see. Much love, Dusty. Much love, Joe Zimberkenheimer. Good to see you tonight. Name withheld. Anti-vaxxers are mad they might be denied medical care after coming down with it, but also say it doesn't exist. Where are the goalposts again? It's always bullshit. It's almost like it's just political, and there's no logic in their belief system whatsoever, like religion. Koyoshi, Dusty, I legitimately thought your cat screaming was the lady in the video, so here's to for a good laugh. Yep. Asshole cats, always being asshole cats. Why you guys such assholes? Bet you're cute. Cubert Lover, 1972. Dusty, when Thoreau was arrested, it was against slavery. When Martin Luther King got arrested, it was for human rights. All right, that sounds like a good reason to get arrested. More alt-right breathe, says the pub night. Hell yeah. Cubert Lover, Dusty, the burning of the mask makes me think of when Nazis burn books. Yeah, but they're not fascists, y'all. They don't see the connection at all. They're heroes. James Magnum, it's scary that a clerical fascist like Lauren Winsk can get 1/3 of the vote share in a state as liberal as Delaware. That makes me worry about California special election. Yeah, California special election could be very devastating. Hopefully, California does the right thing. We'll see what happens. Here's some moolah for you. $10 from Intermediate Fossil. Thank you, Intermediate Fossil. Appreciate it. Vincenz AB, I fact-checked my checking account and studies show that I can share tonight. Hell yeah. That's the kind of fact-checking I like. Worry not over the spy coverings. No gender is exempt from crime. Yeah. All I can do is, own up to it. German 763, $25. Very generous, Garmin. There's no hate like Christian love, is there? Good show as usual. Keep up the good work, bro. I will, man. I appreciate you supporting the show. Hero! Anything else pop up? Let's see. Oh, got $20 from Jose Colin. Bible said you're an adult at 12 as a male. Yep. The age of accountability. That's what I was taught as a kid. Like before that, if you don't believe in God and you die, then you go to heaven. But after that, 12th birthday, boom, eternal fire. So, scary. All right, thank you for all the super chats. More super chats, please. Hit the like button, fuckos. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. Time for some Chud Watch. Everybody's favorite song. If you know the words, feel free to sing along. Cause Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of their... Hell yeah, we do. And tonight's no exception. First off, on the Chud Watch, got Josh Burnett. He is the chairman of the Oklahoma Republican Party, out there spreading the big lie. We know where this leads. We know this encourages violence. We know they're trying to destroy democracy. And dude has a terrible voice on top of all of it.
We, as patriot fighters...
We, as patriot fighters...
We are not going to let a blatant election fraud... We will not tolerate that in our constitutional republic.
Not going to tolerate it.
We're going to take this country back. We're going to send some people to jail, and they're going to spend a lot of time in jail for stealing the election.
You ain't. That's never going to happen. You full of shit.
And just like our founders who fought and sacrificed everything for our constitutional republic.
Except they're slaves.
It's our turn now. This is our 1776 moment. We got to stand and we got to fight. We got to stand up and fight for this republic, because if we don't stand and fight today, we will have no freedom to fight for tomorrow. We, the people, we've got to rise up out of the ashes like the phoenix and let our voices be heard. And when they hear our voices, they're going to hear that we will fight for freedom.
When we hear your voices, we're going to cringe,
because this is what you sound like. You might want to consider not having a role in public speaking anymore.
Free and fair elections. We will send those that cheated us to prison. We will audit the election, we will put we the people first. Who's with me? Who's willing to stand at the gate?
Dumbass.
Who's willing to stand and fight for this country? Woo! USA! 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 USA!
It's just professional wrestling, folks. They think they're at a professional wrestling event, minus the professional wrestlers. So ridiculous. The people who are literally trying to overthrow democracy is on a dictator, chanting USA, you hate this country, you hate democracy. Why are you pretending? And here's a speaker at a campaign event for MAGA pastor Jason Lehmeyer. It's the same event, I guess, as that last guy was speaking at. And we want you to know that he can't wait till the military rounds up and kills all the godless commies and sends them to hell for eternity. Because, you know, that's loving and Christ-like, isn't it?
I told God anytime I got a platform and a microphone, I would preach the gospel.
I'm sure you
I
did.
care most about Jesus Christ. I don't want anyone to go to hell. If you believe in the death, the burial, the resurrection of Jesus Christ as the only way to go to heaven,
He doesn't want anybody to go to hell. Now listen.
you will go. Unlike these godless commies who reject Christ, they will burn forever in a lake of fire. And Lord willing, we will send them through military tribunals, heels a-clacking all the way, to meet their creator.
I don't want anybody to go to hell, but Lord willing, the military will murder them all and send them to hell. It just makes sense. No hypocrisy here, folks. It all checks out. God, the being you worship seems like such a fucking monster. Just like you are. Did you guys see this one? This should be in the Beyond Parody section, but I just put it in the Chud Watch instead, because good God. So apparently they're having a boxing match between a 90-year-old Aranda Holyfield and 90-year-old Victor Belfort, who is not a boxer for some reason. I don't know. Why? Who gives a shit about this? Why does anybody want to watch these two fossils box each other? But apparently it's being put on by Donald Trump, and he's going to do the play-by-play announcement for it. Former president of the United States doing a play-by-play for a geriatric boxing match. Just so ridiculous. It's such a circus in this goddamn country. And they interviewed him about it. And of course, he can't help but to brag on himself and talk about how he would beat the shit out of Joe Biden. Definitely not trash at all. So brave. So wonderful, Donald Trump.
This comes from Josh Peter of USA Today. If you had to box somebody on Saturday night, who would it be and what would the fight look like?
Well, if I had to pick somebody in the world, not only a professional boxer, because I'll take a pass on the professional boxers, that can be a very dangerous subject. But if you said, if I had to box somebody,
anybody,
I think probably my easiest fight would be Joe Biden, because I think he'd go down very, very quickly, very, very quickly. You know, he once said, "Oh, I'd like to take him behind the bar," and he'd be in big trouble if he ever did. No, I think Biden would go down within the first few seconds.
The first few seconds. All right, President Trump, thank you so much.
Cringe. Why does Trump think he's a badass? You've seen him dance. He can't even move his arms. Now, Joe Biden is an old fossil, but I would pick him over Trump. I think he'd move around Trump. Trump would just pass out from exhaustion after like 5 seconds, and that would be it. Maybe they'd kill each other. Just so ridiculous. And of course, this thing is on 9/11 too. Imagine if Obama put a cringy-ass old man fight and did the play-by-play on 9/11. Fox News would never stop talking about it. And then, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but they removed a statue of Robert E. Lee because, good, he was a slave owner, horrible, torturous, traitorous piece of shit. So, of course, white supremacist Donald Trump has to be butthurt about it and put out a statement about it. Statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States. Just watched a massive crane took down the magnificent and very famous statue of Robert E. Lee on his horse in Richmond, Virginia. It has long been recognized as a beautiful piece of bronze sculpture. To add insult to injury, those who support this taking down now plan to cut it into 3 pieces and throw this work of art into storage prior to its complete desecration. Robert E. Lee is considered by many generals to be the greatest strategist of them all. President Lincoln wanted him to command the North, in which case the war would have been over in 1 day. Just so stupid. Anyway, Robert E. Lee was known as an incredibly abusive slave owner. He had 2 slaves run away. He told he actually brought in somebody special to torture them, beat the shit out of them, and then ordered that they had their wounds cleaned with brine, which is salt water, in order to hurt extra fucking bad. He was also well known for, he broke up all the slave families he had. He broke up all the slave families he had, which is was unusual. Most slave owners weren't even that cruel, because when you break up families and sell them off and send them apart from each other, they never hear about each other again. Imagine having your sisters, your mom, your husband, your children taken away from you, never laying eyes on them again, never knowing what happened to them. They just disappear into the ether. That's what he did to every family except for one. An incredibly fucking evil human being. So of course Donald Trump is pissed off that we're not still celebrating him. This is what white supremacy looks like, folks. More examples of it. Here's Laura Ingraham. Real mad. Real mad. She's like, yeah, Robert E. Lee, he owned slaves. But, yeah, you're not supposed to follow that sentence with the word but.
Critical race theory.
They hate America.
Strategy.
I'm going to simplify it, Azra. They hate America.
Yeah, we're the ones who hate America. You're the ones literally trying to celebrate a traitor to the country. You're the one mad because we're taking down a statue to a literal fucking traitor. It is you who hates America.
We have to fight for America.
And they want our teachers to hate. They want our teachers to hate America, and they want to teach our kids to hate America. At least traditional America. Got to hate it. Got to wipe it off. Take down the statues. Azra, we got to go because we got to get to the statue issue. Because we love him or hate him, Robert E. Lee is a towering figure in American history. Of course, he fought for the Confederacy. He owned slaves, but he also played an indispensable role in post-war Reconstruction that was just instrumental in reuniting the country. In fact,
yeah, he also tortured his slaves, beat them, broke up their families, and maybe we shouldn't celebrate this horrendously evil piece of shit. Just saying. But of course, I love to hear people in other countries pretend like they give a shit, like Paul Joseph Watson. This is humiliation ritual. It's a means of projecting power and fostering demoralization. What's ironic about this is most of these Confederate statues that were put up by the Daughters of Confederacy to do exactly what he's talking about to black people, to humiliate them by showing them, hey, we're going to celebrate your owners and to disenfranchise them. Was the entire goal of putting these statues up to begin with. But of course, always in opposite lands, always living their own reality. Gotta pander to the goddamn CHUDs. You're over in the UK. What the fuck do you care? I guess he likes traitors, though. They're still probably butthurt that we broke off from the UK, and they love the fact that other traitors try to destroy our country. They want to celebrate that. Unsurprising. And
Benny Shapiro's really mad, too. Benny Shapiro wants you to know that Robert E. Lee statue should have been taken down more solemnly. It was a very special occasion, and the way they took it down, it's really horrible.
So my view is that the statue should remain, and we should discuss the statue in all of its complexity and all of its nuance.
Yeah, we should completely leave the statue up of this horrible, torturous, traitorous slave owner. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we have that up forever? You know, we could have, I guess we could have like astronauts up there. I mean, maybe, you know, we could have had like scientists up there, you know, people that invented good shit. But no, instead, let's have a fucking slave owner, one of the most horrible human beings that ever lived, up there. It just makes sense. So let's discuss it. It's all about ideas, right?
Hey, however, that's really not my issue here. My issue is what we replace things with, what we replace American history with.
Anything! Literally fucking anything! Bugs Bunny! A penis! Don't give a fuck! Not a slave owner! Pretty simple, Benny!
What we replace that discussion with, and what we have decided to replace the discussion of American history with, what we have decided to replace our own history with, is a perverse, simplified wokeness that does spell the end of America in pretty much all of its forms. Not the getting rid of the Robert E. Lee statue per se, but what we are replacing it with. And what I mean here is that there was a time capsule that was buried under the Robert E. Lee statue in the base of the statue.
Okay.
We're now replacing it. Okay, this is the part that's kind of astonishing.
Good.
And also, the imagery that was associated with the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue. Right? If you're going to remove the iconography of the past, it should be done in a sort of, I would say, solemn fashion.
Why?
It should be done very seriously.
That sounds like political correctness.
Instead, the Robert E. Lee statue was removed to the wild celebration of a crowd below, as though they were toppling a statue.
Exactly. It's almost like they're removing a statue of an evil, fucking traitorous slave owner. Huh. I wonder why people were happy about that. Hey, I bet there are some black people who are happy. Wonder if that upsets Ben.
Of Saddam Hussein or something. Robert E. Lee does not preside over the country, nor did he ever preside over the country per se, right? He was the general of the Confederacy, the Confederacy was defeated between 1861 and 1865. And you saw one of the people who was taking this thing down, who'd been tasked with taking this down, putting up the Black Lives Matter fist as this was taken down. Good. Now, you can say that maybe the statue should be taken down, but replacing it with the ideology of Black Lives Matter, which is that America...
no one is replacing it with the ideology of Black Lives Matter. You're just making this up, Ben.
...is invariably racist. Not only conflicts with the actual imagery...
It is racist.
...which is a black man taking down a statue of a Confederate general, which does not bespeak the white supremacy of the United States.
Yeah, folks. Finally, in 2021, they're taking down a statue of a horrible, torturous, racist slave owner. So racism's over. That proves it.
2021. But also, Black Lives Matter is pushed and based on a lie. The lie that black Americans are immutably stricken by the American systems of power. That it's the same sort of rationale as critical race theory, Black Lives Matter. And if you're a black person in America, you live with the boot of America on your throat.
I mean, you definitely are more punished for your race than you are if you're white. That's doesn't seem like it's up for much debate, but you go, Ben.
All day long. That obviously is not true. I mean, we're literally taking down statues right now right, that offend people.
They took down a statue, folks, so that proves there's no systemic racism. It can't be, because we finally took down a slave owner statue in 2021. Psh. Logic. And did you guys see the chud asses get owned by Shang-Chi star Simu Liu? Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know. I know this guy from Kim's Convenience, which is a Canadian show, which is a good show, except for they make the actors do the Asian voice. And I think some of them kind of had a problem with that, even though like the main guy doesn't talk like that at all. He was on an episode of The Mandalorian and he talks basically like I talk, but he has to do that Asian. I won't do the Asian accent because it's racist, but he has to do the Asian accent for the show. Anyway, good show anyway. And he's their son on the show. But apparently before he was on that show, he was a model for stock photos. Yeah, there he is, doing all kinds of stock photo bullshit. So as you can imagine, the people who are in the cottage industry of outrage for Marvel movies, and I know it's hard to believe that exists, but there are people that make 10 times the amount of money I make for this show, and all they do is bitch about Marvel movies. And there's hundreds of thousands of people who tune in every day who love to hear them do nothing but shit on Marvel movies day in and day out. That's their kink, I guess. And they were mad at this movie because Marvel decided to pick a cartoon character, a comic book character that was Asian. They could have made a movie about anybody, any of the many white superheroes that have not had movies made about them. But no, they're got woke and they're going for diversity. So they're trying to have more minority superheroes to build up in the Marvel franchise. And so that's why they picked this guy, according to the chud asses who make all these fucking videos. And let me show you a couple of them here. And so they were all champing at the bit, salivating over the thought of this movie flopping, predicting it over and over again. Here's the quartering. Shang-Chi, big flop. Shang-Chi be Marvel's first flop? Shang-Chi falls apart before release. Marvel panic. A Shang-Chi flop could delay the Eternals. Shang-Chi, does anyone actually care? Shang-Chi will break Labor Day box office records, but will it still flop? Marvel loses millions. Worst MCV box office ever. We're fucked. Like literally 1,000 videos trying to stir up outrage because an Asian guy is starring in a Marvel movie. Just ridiculous. And so, of course, they got owned because Shang-Chi grossed $90 million domestically over the 4-day weekend. The highest ever for a Labor Day weekend. It destroyed, killed it. And a lot of it was probably because of the pandemic. People are just so hungry to get back out there to the movie theaters to resume normal lives. So, but then King Simu Liu, the star of the show, decided to own the CHUDs. Apparently he is familiar with all the videos made by these dipshits claiming the movie was going to flop. So he posted this picture of him from his stock photography days with the caption, "Me laughing at the people who thought we'd flop. Nailed it. Laughing at you quartering. Jeremy, all you motherfuckers." Of course, it doesn't matter. Like, none of these guys that make the movies about Marvel, they don't actually care. They're just making videos they know their audience will click on, and they make tons of money off of it. So they'll keep pushing this outrage over any little thing. It works, I guess. I guess don't hate the players, hate the games, but funny. Funny to see him slap him down a little bit. And now they're trying to get back up with the Matrix. They already were wrong about Shang-Chi, but it doesn't stop them. The grift just keeps on rolling his journey. The Matrix 4 Resurrection trailer has me concerned. Trinity to replace Neo as the one? Oh no! Are they having a woman as a badass in the Matrix? Must be woke! Gonna make 1,000 videos about it. The grift keeps on trucking, y'all. Never stop. But here's some good news. Matt Gaetz has been doing his tour trying to emulate Donald Trump and have big rallies and shit, but ain't nobody showing up for it. Here he is on the back of a bed of a truck talking to tens of people.
Shall set us free. Yeah! And too many of them aren't willing to speak it. Well, you know what? I am started at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Critical race theory is explicitly vaccine passports are a passport to tyranny.
Love to see it, folks. He basically talking to his family at a family reunion. No one showing up for sex trafficker Matt Gaetz. And folks, I think this guy might have taken too much ivermectin.
I don't know what everyone's bitching about Joe Rogan taking ivermectin. I took some and I feel just fine. I ain't taking no damn COVID shot. Ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, all the way, baby.
Maybe he has a point. Looks fine to me. No notes. And this is how they really view foreigners, brown people. Just trash humans. This Trump supporter says, we bring people from shithole countries because shithole Democrats need shithole votes so they can turn America into a shithole. First off, I think a lot of immigrants vote Republican. But yeah, this guy's perfectly fine with going to other countries, bombing them, killing millions of them, destroying their infrastructure. But when it comes to helping them out, they're shitholes. They're shithole voters. They're shithole humans. That's how he views them. No doubt a Christian. No doubt a Trump supporter. Country's just garbage. And one more on the Chud Watch. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys just released their new cheerleader uniforms. So, who's shocked by this one? Nobody should be shocked. They banned abortion. Got to cover them women's up. Don't want to be tempted. Hey, what if one of the footballers actually impregnates them? Shh. Gonna have that kid. They gonna take all your money, NFL stars. Better wrap that rascal. And that's my Chud Watch. Hell yeah. Nubarika says, can't watch live, but here's money. For the Animal Sanctuary, please make a video of what the Animal Sanctuary looks like. All right, I'll have to do that. Make more of an effort to do that. Peter, Canadian $5. Dear Dusty, your Friday shows are great. Way to start the weekend. Keep up the great work. You are a valuable source of sanity in an insane world. Hey, I try. I sure appreciate you joining me tonight, Peter. Robert E. Lee would have sided with the Taliban. Hell yeah. Just like a lot of the conservatives would these days. They fucking love the Taliban. What's up, Dusty? That Bible verse is nuts. Yep. Can't believe the Bible said something true. The hell is the world coming to? Cal Rip. If the Bible says to wear a mask and avoid people, I'm thinking maybe there was some science back then. I mean, I guess they were observant enough to see, like, if you hang around diseased people, you're going to get diseased. So, that seems like a pretty easy thing to observe, though. EJ Bluffer, Odin, hell yeah, Odin, commanded that I bestow this upon the critters. Late to the show, but had to play some poker to give it to the fuzzies. That's fine. You're obviously an amazing poker player, so keep it up. Thank you for your service. All right, anything else? Nope. All right, more super chats, please. Time is it? Oh, still got plenty of show left, folks. Plenty of show to go. We'll see how much of this. Most of this is COVID porn at the bottom. Probably won't do but a little bit of it. But all right. Next up, I'm just going to go ahead and sing the entire Karen song if I can remember the lyrics. So do you guys remember the lyrics? It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause, bitch, you're caring too much. Nailed it. Still got it. And first off, on the Karen cavalcade, you guys see this one? Mecca Karen. She's the final boss at the end of all the other Karens.
That's a, excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm coming through. You're so cute.
She's coughing on me.
Cute.
She's coughing at me.
No,
yes.
look at you guys. You're so cute.
You're such a Karen.
Okay, whatever. You're such sheep.
Why don't you have a mask on?
Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick, and neither are you.
Okay, but you don't have to be coughing at me. You don't know who's sick or not.
It's my allergies.
You
I
don't
have
know
allergies.
who's sick or not by looking
Oh,
at
you
somebody.
yeah.
You
And
don't.
so 2 years ago, before anybody started talking about COVID, you were okay with that, though, going out not knowing you were sick, right?
You don't know anything about my health.
I don't.
Yeah, she's coughing at me.
I have my allergies, and she got all freaked out because I'm coughing.
No, she's coughing.
How do you know? You don't know, and she just said, I don't know anything about her health. You don't know anything about my health. Maybe I have a medical
Okay, everybody.
release. I don't need to wear a mask.
Okay, bye.
Why don't you have a mask on? Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick, and neither are you.
Yeah, that should be assault.
You don't know who's sick or not.
Yeah. Biological warfare, and you about to lose your job remix. And yep, she lost her job. You lost your job, dummy Karen. A woman was fired from her job after a video of her coughing on a woman and her child went viral. Good. Fuck you. Where does she work? Does it say? Anyway. A leak page appeared to belong to Husker, listed her as a client partner of the Arizona branch of the German software company SAP. Oh, she got fired by SAP. The health and safety of our employees and the communities in which we live and work are of utmost concern to us, the company said in a statement posted Wednesday. We are taking the matter of an SAP employee incident very serious and investigating the situation. In a follow-up tweet, SAP confirmed that it had reviewed the client and that the individual in question no longer works for SAP. So good. Bad life decisions, Karen. Suboptimal. What a fucking moron at this point. Thinking you can go around cough on people. Like, don't you have the internet? Don't you know what's going to happen? How stupid can you be at this point? I mean, I know you're trash humans. I mean, you should behave this way anyway, just because you want to be a decent human. But even if you want to behave this way, you shouldn't be so fucking stupid to do it, because you're going to get fired. You're going to go viral, goddammit. Crazy. Did you guys see this one? So, this Christian dude was out at a beach, and shockingly, there were women in bikinis. What? Women in bikinis at a beach? So obviously he had to go over and stick his fucking ass into it and tell them to cover up because of Jesus. Look at this piece of fucking garbage.
Okay, so then why do you dress this way?
Dude, I'm hot and I like women, so please leave us alone. Kindly.
Well, take young.
I'm at the beach in my bathing suit.
Yeah, that's a thong and that's a bra.
That is a fucking bathing suit.
Take young
sir.
guys into consideration. They don't need to see pornography right in
We're
front of
not
their
coming up to you bothering
Fuck
you.
off!
Please go
You're
away.
flaunting your stuff.
I'm not flaunting anything. Don't look at me.
I have a foot fetish, dude. You're flaunting your feet at me. You better cover your feet up. Makes me want to masturbate.
And you're the only thing that sticks out because your whole body.
Okay, well, why are you looking at me? Close your eyes. What did you say is gouge your eyes out if I fucking bother you?
I love her response because the Bible does say that. If thine eye offends thee, pluck it out, motherfucker. You're not supposed to go there and bitch at them. You're supposed to pluck your own eyeballs out.
Up to me?
Here's the thing. You didn't, but here's the thing. There's free will in America. There's freedom of speech.
You don't get the fuck away.
And if men of God don't stand up,
You're a man of
then
God.
our society's gonna go down the drain because there's no morality.
I'm atheist, sorry.
Sanctimonious fuck.
Okay, that's if you're an atheist.
He really thinks he's a
that doesn't mean
hero.
You have to, show your body off. You can still put clothes on.
Oh, I can't with you.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
So there's that one.
I can't.
I'm speaking truth. Your body will never ever satisfy. The physical never ever satisfy. There's a longing in each of your hearts to actually be seen. The reason why you're showing your body, because you're like, am I pretty enough?
We're definitely
Please fuck off. They're answering right. I don't know why this is lagging. Fucking TikTok.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. So there's even more of this. Let me go ahead and stop this one. Video number 2.
Fuck.
That's simply just a family outing.
Bathing suits are pornography.
That's not even a bathing suit anymore.
What would you like me to wear? What would you like? What do you consider a bathing suit?
A one piece, literally.
A one piece. A burqa. American Taliban. That's exactly what he wants.
You don't need to be showing your body.
Please just leave us alone. Please leave us alone, please. Thank you.
Put those shoes on.
I hope this actually touches.
Pull your head out of your eyes.
Jesus. The next time you come out.
Yeah, actually made me.
What a fucking piece of shit.
There's gonna come a day when you're gonna come face to face.
TikTok lagging his ass off. Come on, TikTok, work it out.
God.
Now he's threatening him.
And he says it's better for
Did you know God says do not judge?
He said it's.
Yeah, God says. Anyway, it's lagging. So let me play the video of him defending himself. He's doubling down on it because he's a hero, folks. He was just doing what God told him to do. He's such a pious, good, godly man.
Hey guys, I'm Logan. I just wanted to get on here and to share my side of the story of a video that's going viral about.
I don't know why the fuck TikTok is lagging so bad tonight. Fucking TikTok, come on. All right, we're going to skip this one. I'm not lagging at you guys, am I? TikTok, yeah, TikTok's all fucked up tonight. All right.
I'm not saying I'm harassing women or...
You are. We saw you. You did harass women. Anyway.
Berating them or, you know, things of that nature. And
you are.
So my side of the story is I was at a reservoir or a lake, and I was with family members, all...
So anyway, he was with family members, and he just...
different ages.
A good godly man, and he had to stand up for the children, say, just... making himself look worse, digging his own fucking hole. But of course, they're always the fucking heroes, their own stories. And did you guys see this crazy ass story? This is not the one I want. It's not the video I wanted though. Oh, here we go. I got another video of it. So I guess this guy was drunk as fuck, and this is a TikTok one too. God damn it. This is gonna be laggy as shit for some reason. Also, I bet you. He starts growling. I guess he was drunk and has mental illness and whatever. Let me just play it. A literal zombie. Look at this. So now he's getting up and he's telling them he demands to be let off the plane, but they have not landed yet. They're still in the air. And the guy's like, dude, we're not on the ground yet. He's like, you can't hold us.
Sit down now. You can't hold us. We're not on the ground, sir. Sit. Yes, we are. We're only grounded. Sit. You see anyone else getting up? Sit.
Sit. Like a dog.
God. Sit. You sit down in that seat and you stay. Don't find it. Really?
Sorry, folks, but that's what they think of America. They think that it is a disgrace.
He's like, sorry, folks, but that's what they think of America. They think it is a disgrace. And he keeps repeating that over and over to himself.
I think of America as not
yeah, now you got to get arrested, dude. Cops are here. I think he got arrested for public intoxication.
Not disgrace. Really? Yeah. Really? Really?
Really, dude. Really, really, really. Super really. All of the reallys. Yeah, that's what happens when you act like that on a plane and you're drunk as fuck and you make scenes and shit. They arrest you, Karen. But yeah, the mental health care in this country is very fucking poor. Definitely needs to improve. And oh yeah, look at this brave specimen of a man with his drooping ass. Got somebody to film him walking through the grocery store with a "fuck Biden" sign. You're so super cool, aren't you, Tubby? Look at you. He thinks he's so fucking awesome. God damn it. You will never kiss a girl. You will die. You will die never knowing the embrace of a woman. You fucking loser. And, speaking of fucking losers, this, big, bold, brave Texan wants to go see the Alamo, but he won't wear a mask. So they have to escort him off, and he can't believe it. What? This ain't America anymore. I can't just flaunt the rules. Why am I not going here and just whip my penis out? Why do I have to wear pants and underwear? Freedom.
If you have a problem with any of the rules, then go see the mayor, go see a liberal mayor somewhere. See wherever you want to see. I know, but it's but we're losing our rights. You wouldn't agree with me on that. My right to see the Alamo today was just taken away from me.
First off, you don't have a right to see the Alamo, okay? You have a privilege to see the Alamo. And you have options. Wear a mask and see it. Don't wear a mask, don't see it. Pick one, dumbass.
I don't wear a mask. I don't wear a mask.
I don't wear a mask.
Take my right away from me. I'm not taking your right away from you. Because I can't see the Alamo because I have to wear a mask or I get my right taken away. I never said you can't. I gave you a choice and you chose not to. And I choose, but if I choose not to, then I lose my right. But it's not a rule.
I mean, yeah. Why aren't you arguing? Hey, why can't I take my pants off? Why can't I just show dong? It's the same exact thing.
Those are your options. It's not a law. Have a nice day. Okay. Yes, sir. You too. And God bless Texas. Man, I tell you what, y'all ought to take those cowboy hats off is what you should do. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, dumbass. Fuck off. Because only manly men who don't wear masks can wear cowboy hats. Man, Texas sucks. Sorry, Texas. Texas fucking sucks. I've been through Texas. It's ass. And then this one, did you guys see this cop, Karen? Apparently he was, the day before, arguing with this kid. This kid called him a pussy. So instead of doing anything about it then, he comes back the next day to give this kid a ticket for calling him a pussy. And the kid just lets him fucking have it. It's kind of beautiful.
Here you go. Here's your ticket.
What is it for?
Created a public disturbance.
What is it? Created a public disturbance?
Yep.
And, okay, cool. So,
right. That's it.
So calling you a pussy equals a public disturbance?
What's that?
Calling you a pussy is a public disturbance?
In front of, like, a few hundred people, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Don't worry, we'll be contesting this.
So much for free speech.
Why are you that butthurt that you couldn't just give it to me yesterday? Why can't you
just
feel
like dealing with the situation?
Oh, yeah, exactly, because you don't have balls. You don't.
All right.
And now I know you're going to be harassing me on
good.
campus for the rest of the time. When you see me, yeah, you are. Yeah, now you know what my car looks like.
You're good.
Nah, you're fucking
good.
bullshit.
All right.
You have a big fucking ego, and you're a pussy.
Okay.
And I promise you, we're contesting this, and you're not
That's
gonna
fine.
fucking
All directions are on the back.
Dude, I promise. You're such an actual pussy. It's so funny.
All right.
That's so fucking funny that you wrote this out. How does this make you feel? Does this make you feel good?
It does.
It does? I bet it does.
Okay.
I bet it does.
Yeah, your life is so pathetic. That's what you have to do to feel important. And you can tell that kid's white. Using that white privilege, he ain't worried about getting beat by cops at all. And this Karen goes into a bookstore, starts screaming at the poor lady behind the counter that mask mandates are Satan.
That the entire world is a part of. Because why? They're Satanists. Okay? So I serve Jesus, not Satanists. So when anybody tell you to not believe in someone who's trying to kill you, why? Because they serve Satan, which is the devil. And the devil's not friends with anybody. He's a liar. Oh. So therefore, meaning he's a liar. Our government has to be liars. Mm-hmm. But them telling you guys to not breathe, that's trying to kill you. Why? Because they're liars and they're Satanists. Do your research, people.
Do your research. Like she has. Satan is real and the government is Satan. That's what the research says. Do it. And this video went viral again. Apparently this happened back in 2019. But it went viral again this week on Reddit, and the girl updated her story. She seems to be doing well, but I'll go ahead and go over here to Reddit and show you this guy's video. So apparently she was at church and she was on stage singing, and this Karen comes into the bathroom and demands that she doesn't get back on stage because she's too fat to be wearing the shorts that she's wearing. Showing the love of Christ here.
She's a chubby girl. She's got a dress on that's appropriate. It comes down to about top of her knees.
So you're sitting here calling me fat?
Oh, you don't think you are?
No, because I fucking love who I am. I'm sorry. No,
You
get
can
the
love
fuck
you.
out of my face.
I don't have to. And don't swear at me like that.
I don't give a
Fuck you,
shit.
Karen.
I do. That's your problem. I do give a shit. But you don't. Obviously. Don't come back on that stage with those shorts. I'm warning you.
Who are you? Who are you? Who?
Read my name.
I see that, but who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to
Lower
do?
your
No,
voice.
get the fuck out of my face!
Quit swearing at me.
Get out! I am 19 years old and I can do whatever I want!
Really?
Yes!
Try it.
Okay, bye! 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 Bye!
Love of
Bye.
Christ right
because
there.
guess what? I've been recording this entire thing.
Trash.
And I will show my parents that I will never come back to this church because of how much you are disrespectful. You are so disrespectful. She called me fat. She called me fat.
Oh, go in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom.
She is in there swearing.
Shit, to go blame her. She's in there swearing. Yeah, because of you, fucking Karen. So a girl gave an update. She said she's doing fine now and she's no longer involved in the church, which is good. And she thanked everybody for the love and support they sent her, which is good. And apparently that old Karen had to resign from any leadership roles within the church after the video went viral. So that's good. Should have kicked her ass out of the fucking church completely, but always showing the love of Christ there. Fucking Christian hypocrites. And time is an overtime. We're into overtime. Who loves overtime? You love overtime. Fuck yeah. We got a good bit of overtime. So reward me for overtime. And next up, God, imagine being this dude. It's a cult, folks. He feels the need to stand up in the middle of a Red Lobster and start screaming about Joe Biden. And he's so emotionally fragile that he literally breaks down and starts crying at the end. Like, we need more psychiatric help for these people. I think about half the Trump supporters should be seeing somebody, should be on medication, because they out of their fucking gourds.
And who voted for him? Who voted for him then? No, he doesn't. He doesn't need anyone to vote for him.
What'd she say?
These American people should stand up right now and fight this.
Fight it!
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
We lost 11 Americans today.
That's right.
I'm a veteran.
I'm a
Over
veteran.
2008, I fought against Islamic terrorists.
No one gives a shit. Fuck off.
Wow.
Words can't describe my feelings.
I'm gonna cry. I can't believe Trump lost.
Thank you for your service.
Fuck your service.
Bring Trump back! Bring Trump back!
Bring Trump back. Who's a veteran? Yeah, that's how democracy works, dipshit. It sucks that he won the first time, even though he got a minority of the votes. But he lost. Get the fuck over it. And these heroes are going to show you exactly how you handle a nosy Karen. Apparently there are workers in their work van doing some work on the street. And the Karen comes up and demands to see papers, please.
Please show ID right now.
If you got any questions or concerns, our name is on the side of the door.
Nope, I want to see identification from you now.
Fucking guy.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. But I'm a concerned citizen. I'm a concerned neighbor. And so, you know.
That's how you handle that. Yep, fuck off, Karen. No one owes you shit.
Fuck you.
Yep, fuck you. Here's the attention you ordered. Now you're viral, dumbass. And here's a little kid, Karen. Was a porch pirate. He trying to obviously steal the package off the porch. This might be like a viral ad for a doorbell cameras, because it's a perfect ad for doorbell cameras. But he gets caught, and then he's gonna try to play it off like he was just joking. So transparent. So here he comes.
Camera recording.
I was just joking.
He was just joking. Yeah, knock, knock. Hey, I was just joking. I'm innocent here. Got my hands on my hips. Hello. I was kidding. I totally wasn't going to steal. I knew you were recording me the whole time. Hello. I was joking.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are y'all home?
I'm a piece of shit. I was going to steal from you.
Oh, man. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Remember, I was just joking. It was a joke. Haha. Yeah. Cult. You got cult. Now you're famous. Little fucking thieving. And, oh, yeah, man. They crazy out there, folks. Another veteran going nuts. So many examples of this on this week's show. Apparently, he saw a Black Lives Matter sticker on their car. And this is how he responded to it.
He tried to run me off the road twice for having a BLM sticker on my car. The police scolded me for following him to get his license plate. They offered no other help.
Get the fuck away.
Whose uncle is this?
He's saying, your Black Lives Matter don't mean shit to me. 22 years of protecting your ass. Fuck you. Nobody asked you to go to other countries and kill brown people for me, Grandpa. Look at this cringe-ass shirt he's got on, too. Ego wearing a do-rag with those cheesy sunglasses because doughy old white guys think they're so fucking tough. God damn it. So sad. That's my Karen section. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, we might do a bunch of overtime. I got a trash. Maybe I'll save the trash section for next week's show and we'll jump into the COVID porn. Do a little COVID porn to end the night show with. Yeah, anything in here that really needs to be covered tonight? It'll wait till Monday. Let's move the trash world section to the bottom and we'll jump right into the COVID porn. For those of you who didn't watch the last show, I started a new section called COVID porn. It has nothing to do with porn. It's like food porn or torture porn. You know, or like movies that have torture in it or shows that have food in it that you watch because you want to live through the show. And COVID porn's basically people who claim COVID doesn't exist. People who post memes about not getting the vax and then they die. And now we're going to cover them. And I call this section... Where is the graphic? Oh, here it is. Bow chicka wow wow COVID porn. I'm going to call it COVID porn on the show for you guys. But when I do like separate videos, I'll probably call it Meet the Victims. Because these people really are victims of these memes. They're spreading these memes like the virus that memes are. They're believing these memes and they're dying from these memes. And first off on COVID porn, meet Mark Boris, 51, from St. Mary's, Georgia, who is a healthcare professional And yet he is anti-vax, who posted this. Attention, do not knock on this door to talk about the vaccine. You were trespassing on my property. He posted, yep, that's him, just in case you've never seen what a lying dog-faced pony soldier looks like, and it's a picture of Fauci. And then he posted, so yesterday was one of the worst days of my life. I passed out on the golf course and was 911 to the hospital. While there, I discovered that I have COVID-19. I made it through the entire epidemic without catching it. You didn't. The epidemic is not over. What are you talking about? I work in healthcare with patients that have had it, and I did my best to avoid it. You didn't. You didn't get vaccinated. Everything hurts. I've never felt anything like this before. It's awful. I thank God that my son, Brandon Boris, was there. He called 911 and got me the help I needed. I don't remember much of it because I kept passing out. My wife is taking good care of me at home. I'm quarantined in our guest bedroom unless I get worse. Then I will have to go back to the hospital. Thanks, Biden, for allowing thousands of COVID positive illegals in our country. Idiot. It literally has nothing to do with that. It's because of Trump. It's because you guys have made the vaccine and mask wearing political. It's because of you. You did this to yourself. This is what his wife had to say. I don't even know what to say. I just talked to the kidney doctor and they don't think Mark is going to pull through this. His body isn't responding to any of the medications or dialysis they are giving him. Until we as a family choose to start end-of-life care, we are unable to even go up there and sit with him. Only through a window in the hallway, seeing him for 15 minutes a day. I was just able to FaceTime with him, though, and he looks beautiful. He looks handsome. He looks like my husband. I don't understand how this has all gone so bad. I have an idea. I have a clue how it went so fucking bad. Because you guys believe these shitty memes. You made it political and you gave your life over nothing. Meet Mike Sullivan, Rockwall, Texas, chaplain at a pawn shop, who posted, I don't care if you've had your vaccine, who posted, everything is corona, with a meme that says, can you still get regular sick, or is everything corona? He posted, science is a method of asking questions, not a book of answers. Everyone asking questions right now is 1,000% more pro-science than anyone accepting science as the answer. He posted, breaking news. The federal government now recommends that you wear a blindfold along with your face mask to protect you from seeing what's really going on. And then his last post. I'm sorry to have to give you this update, but Mike Sullivan passed peacefully in the arms of his papa in heaven. Multiple organ failure due to COVID. He was in ICU for 1 week. He is rejoicing with all the saints and angels. As he always said, Papa's got this. Now he does literally have him in his arms, and Papa's got him. He has a new body, and I'm sure he is dancing up a storm. Hey, God sent you the vaccine, and you said fuck you, so he probably burned in hell. I am so thankful I could be with him in the end, as was his brothers and sister-in-law. We who are left will miss him and grieve, but know he finally knows true joy and peace. Thank you. And Emmy and John Sullivan for taking such good care of me. Thank you all, this family and friends whose prayers have been without ceasing. Yeah, they did a lot of good. All your prayers definitely worked, didn't they? Anyway, dead. Meet Tommy Peake, Hughes County Commissioner, who posted, asked my doctor today how long he thinks this COVID thing will last. He responded, how should I know? I'm a doctor, not a politician. I shared that before. Somebody else share that meme who died. There's a new strain slap of bullshit, says Batman as he slaps Robin. It's all bullshit, yo. Who also posted, caution, a new variant will be announced every time people stop being afraid. It's all about fear, isn't it? He posted. I already read that on other people's posts. He posted, if you have to be persuaded, reminded, pressured, lied to, incentivized, coerced, bullied, socially shamed, guilt tripped, threatened, punished, and criminalized, if all of this is considered necessary to gain your compliance, you can be absolutely certain that what is being promoted is not in your best interest. Makes no sense. We're literally trying to save your lives. He posted a picture of a person who has a tattoo from Auschwitz that says, those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. He dead. He is dead. According to this story, Hughes County Commissioner Tommy Peake dies after battling COVID-19. So, I just tested negative for sympathy for you motherfuckers. I think it might be contagious. Meet Katie Diane Thrasher, 59, of Ringo, Georgia, who posted a picture of Jim Jones, the famous cult leader. I persuaded over 900 people to drink my Kool-Aid. And then Dr. Fauci, amateur. He should be Trump here, saying amateur. I persuaded all you motherfuckers not to wear masks and get vaccinated. Now hundreds of thousands of you are dead. She also posted, if it worked and was safe, you would need to run huge ad campaigns, mandate it, or offer incentives. If it worked and was safe, you would need to block, censor, threaten those who question it. Apparently they do, because you're not getting it and you're dying over it, dummy. She posted, just because someone isn't afraid of COVID doesn't mean he or she doesn't believe in it. He or she understands the risk, but doesn't prioritize fear over life. Oh, well, that did you a lot of good. You gave up your life because you weren't afraid of it enough. She posted, remember, it's not the shot or mask keeping us alive. It's God Almighty. Well, apparently God has spoken, and he said, fuck you, Katie Diane Thrasher. Time for you to die. Because your God is a dick. Meet Bill Davis, 47. Apparently his wife posted, it is no secret that Bill and I are both against being forced to take an experimental shot. We believe the risk outweigh the benefits. Oh, do you? Do you still believe that? Probably. As Bill is in the hospital fighting for his life from COVID, I still stand firm in my beliefs. You can't convince these people. It's religious at this point. They'll watch their loved ones die, they'll die themselves, and they still won't take the free shot that will prevent it. I do not believe Bill is in the hospital because he didn't take the shot. I believe it's because he wasn't given effective treatments early on. Yeah, this is where Joe Rogan's bullshit is so harmful, and Brett Weinstein. There are medications known to be effective against COVID. Ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, when taken early on. Or, you could have just gotten vaccinated. I've been taking HCQ and zinc for a couple of months as a preventative. When I caught the virus from Bill, I had very slight symptoms. I am fine. He is not. There are a lot of things I would have done differently. Getting the shot is not one of them. I am still not taking the shot, and I am thankful Bill did not take the shot. I would have made sure we had ivermectin on hand and that he was given it early on. It's so dangerous. Many people have got it early on. They still died. Even if it has minor effects, it's nowhere near what the vaccine gives you. So what happened to my sweet Bill Davis? Here's what I'm told. We are under attack by a man-made virus that is attacking humanity. Bill is a casualty of war. I don't blame God. I trust God. I blame whoever released the virus on humanity. I blame whoever is keeping effective treatments away from us. They're not. They made it free and easy to get. You gave it the middle finger, and now your husband's dead. So, some of the relatives I feel sorry for, and some of them I fucking don't. You helped cause his death. Meet Presley Stutz, 64, who posted, listen to me, please. I am making a decision to go on a ventilator. This is my own decision. I trust God to keep me. I ask you to trust him. He is able, right? My faith is strong that I will come through this. Apparently your faith wasn't strong enough. Maybe days or weeks, but God is in control. Yeah, God said, fuck you, Presley Stutz. Patty, I love you. Presley 3 Bart, Calvin, and Link, I love you deeply. Remember, what I have instilled in your hearts, foolishness, things that'll get you killed. Ignore this dumbass. And minds, I will wake up from this short rest and be back in the game soon. Spoiler alert, he did not. Please pray. Didn't do any good. Like you have never prayed before. I humbly ask you, God bless all of you. And before he died, he posted, Delta variant is just code for too many of y'all aren't scared anymore. Yeah, you should have been scared. Here he is out with anti-vaccination signs at a Trump rally. A great big shout out to Dan Harville for posting these pics from the good old Kamala Southern welcome we gave her Monday. With a sign that says, Vax to death, Trump 2024, fake VP. Who posted, great news from the South Carolina legislature. Our friends in the House forced a vote yesterday on masks, vaccines, and tests. The first attempt failed. Yeah, they were literally trying to save your life, dude. You're celebrating what killed you. But they regrouped and passed it the second time Colleagues that require the COVID vaccine will now be stripped of state money through a budget proviso that passed in the House, and K through 12 schools and colleges will be stripped of state money if they attempt to require masks or tests for COVID. A hard-fought day, but a win for liberty yesterday. Yay, liberty! Dead as dead can be. Meet Steve Seckler, 43. Here's how it started. Here's how it's going. At one point, his family gave up and asked that Steve be taken off the ECMO machine, keeping him alive. Steve admitted, my lungs collapsed. I was in a coma. I can't walk. All my muscles are weak. I have a hard time breathing right now. Just talking. Let's read the story about him. I didn't believe any of it.
If you end up like me, you will regret it.
A Nashville man's life is forever changed after catching COVID in May. Since then, he's been in a coma in the ICU on an ECMO machine. Welcome back to News 2 at 4. I'm Erica Francis.
And I'm Alex Dennis. It was a surprise to the staff caring for the man when he came off a breathing machine 4 days ago and then asked to share his story with his community. What he told me today kicks off our COVID-19 watch.
Listen, people.
I didn't believe in the vaccine, and I didn't believe necessarily in masks, and I did not believe any of it.
Steve Seckler spent 66 days attached to a breathing machine in a coma. The 43-year-old had no pre-existing conditions and thought he'd rebound quickly if he ever caught COVID-19.
I was just another person.
This is why it's so dangerous. Joe Rogan out there bragging about how quickly he got over it. He's going to influence people to die.
We took it for granted. We thought that old people with pre-existing conditions got it.
Staff admitted Seckler into TriStar Centennial Medical Center on May 21st.
So, yeah, listen. If you're not vaccinated, get fucking vaccinated, y'all. Meet Landy Kaysen, 43. I'm sorry. How do you read numbers? Landy Kaysen, 64. That's not even almost 43. Why the fuck? God damn it, that's a brain fart. Landy Kaysen, 64. Woo, Dusty. I'm not even stoned. Who posted, I have a question for y'all. If the jab was doing such a good job, why doesn't it cost $5,000 to get it? Some great logic. Because Joe Biden made it free. Because they're trying to save people's lives, you jackass. What is the deal with so many situations of harm from said jab? Just asking for a friend. Yeah, well, you can't ask those questions anymore. Who also posted, stop medical discrimination. Or this vaccine is still experimental. Yeah, well, you know when that's not experimental? Death. And you dead, Landy. Meet Eddie McCain, 61, who posted, I guess so the non-vaccinated can be stoned to death by those vaccinated. Nothing like government intimidation. I believe this is a part of worldwide indoctrination for getting people warm to the idea of a biblically prophesied government mark as told in Revelations 13:15. Posted this video. This lady reports on how non-vaccinated people are being treated in Israel. We can probably expect similar to come here too. I could dream. He posted, remember when I was called nuts for posting that this was a big part of a globalist plan? One day, a global government will have such tight control over everyone and their finances that they will prevent Christians from buying and selling. You can read about this in Revelation 13, where those who refuse the government mark on their hand or forehead will not be allowed to buy or sell. Christians will be the people who refuse the mark. The lost won't care and will accept it. Yep, he refused it, and you did. You are dead. Eddie McCain, dumbass, dead. We'll do a couple more here. Meet Lawrence and Lydia Rodriguez from Lamarque, Texas. Both died from COVID, didn't believe in vaccines. Lydia's cousins, Dottie Jones, tells us they didn't believe in vaccines, says Jones. You try to talk to them, and she just didn't trust it, I guess. Once she was in the ICU, Lydia changed her mind about the vaccine and asked to get it, but doctors told her it was too late. Before she got intubated, one of the last things she told her sister was, please make sure my children get vaccinated, Jones says. It's hard to do that in hindsight, to think that she wouldn't be there. She would be there for her kids right now if she had been vaccinated. Their 4 children have been orphaned by a single bad decision, lost both their parents. because they believe these stupid ass memes on Facebook. Meet Michael Stevenson, 50, from Spring Hill, Florida. Thought COVID vaccines were a government conspiracy. Pulling up the story here. A shot would have saved him.
Unwilling to get the vaccine, and it is a decision that one woman says recently cost her ex-husband and the father of her 3 children his life.
News 4's Kaitor K talked to the grieving family today. Kaitor?
Michael Stevenson lived in Oklahoma City for decades before his job took him to Florida a few years ago. And that's where he died of COVID this month, never getting the vaccine because he thought it was a government conspiracy.
And a shot would have saved him. A shot would have saved him.
Melinda Young, mourning the death of her ex-husband, Michael Stevenson. The two married for 2 decades before divorcing in 2017.
I think that, a lot of people think the shot is how they were going to track people. The government tracks people, or they're trying to take too much control.
Even after his own father died of COVID in April, Michael still didn't get vaccinated. 2 months later, he was admitted to the hospital.
Within 48 hours of being admitted, he wished he would have got the shot because he was already that miserable as far as how he was feeling. His body was hurting. He couldn't breathe, and he wished he would have gotten it.
His family in anguish as he fought for his life on a ventilator.
It was such ups and downs and so many hopeful moments that I can't even explain, that we just thought he was going to make it. We thought he was going to make it.
A week and a half later, doctors asked to pull Michael off of the machines, Melinda having to make the tough decision.
So many of them on their deathbed, begging for it, wishing they could take the vaccine. But it's too late. Look how many I still have to go, folks. Look at all this. Look at all this. And that's not even all of them. There have been several more posted since I collected these. I could do an entire show just on COVID porn alone. We're going to do one more, and we're going to end the show here. Meet Dr. quote unquote Jimmy DeYoung, a Bible prophecy teacher and anti-vaxxer. Let's take a look at this guy. American beloved Bible prophecy teacher Dr. Jimmy DeYoung Sr. passed away early Sunday morning, according to his wife Judy. Dr. Young had been admitted to Memorial Hospital on August 7th. His wife had requested prayer for her husband a short time after he was diagnosed with COVID. He had preached at the Church of the Highlands in Harrison on August 1st. That was the last known speaking engagement. So yeah, he was very anti-COVID. Let's see if it says in here. God has called a faithful servant home, she said. They always say that. Your God's a dick, man. Why don't you say that God gave him the vaccine and he refused it, and that's why he died? Why don't you give God credit for trying to save the life of your husband? So, anyway, let's see what the other story says about him. Dr. Jimmy, a beloved Christian prophecy teacher who ran a news website, passed from complications of COVID. His website tries to make sense of the modern world events for people by demonstrating how they relate to prophecies in the Bible and the rapture that's believed to usher in the second coming of Christ. Another one of these that believe that the vaccine was the mark of the beast. He demonstrated his feelings about COVID vaccines known when he published a video interview of another well-known anti-vaxxer, Sam Roher, in which he claimed that the COVID vaccine isn't a gift from God, as another Christian leader had proclaimed. It is actually a gift from the devil. Yeah, the devil was trying to save your life, I guess. Maybe you should listen to the devil. I think you chose the wrong deity to worship there. And now you are very dead. And all right, folks, that is my COVID porn section for tonight. Plenty more for Monday's show. I could do a whole show on Monday. I'll probably do another half of the section on the Monday show and another half next Friday or whatever. Might do I don't know. Not going to promise a Wednesday show. We'll see what the fuck happens. Let me check the super chats. Stay tuned for the kitty party at the end. We have a little bit of kitty treats left. Hopefully enough to get their asses over here. Although we have a couple behind me already. James Magnum. The only useful definition of patriotism is loving your country and wanting the best for it. Yet Republicans ostensibly want to see this country burn. Yeah, they're fake patriots. Patriot means something totally different to conservatives. Cuber Lover 1972, $5. Dusty, these ICU workers shouldn't be clogging up the COVID patients when they have to also take care of people like cancer patients. I know, right? I covered the story 2 weeks ago about, or 2 shows ago, about the guy that died of gallstones because they couldn't get an ICU bed because they were off of COVID people. Regular people are dying off now because these assholes won't do the very basic thing to protect us all and get the COVID shot, get the vaccine. Like fucking Joe Rogan. Randolph Gallagher, anti-vaxxers hate America and want to see it fall. Yep. Taliban loving America haters, love the Confederacy. Just traitors. Shelly Stevenson, Dusty, Jesus told me I should give you $5. Jesus is awesome. Let's all send useless thoughts and prayers to the anti-vaxxers wearing out our healthcare workers. Yep. I'm all out. Fresh fucking out. James Magnum, I'm 31 years old. Biden, while not perfect, has so far been the best president of my lifetime. Yeah, Biden's actually been pretty good. And it's not even close. I worry he'll be unfairly maligned like Carter probably is already being. I mean, we wanted him to pull out of Afghanistan, and then he did it, and he's got the lowest approval ratings ever. It's just a ridiculous country we live in. Dusty's foot fetish joke. It's my brain all the time when I see feet in public. You like those feet, Beast Nation? Not my thing, but I ain't gonna kink shame. Yeeves Eclipse. Great show tonight. Sending you and the kitty some love. Hey, much love back to you, Lee Yeeves Eclipse. Cuba Lover, 1972. The irony of Americans against immigrants is their ancestors were immigrants too. Yeah, I mean, this whole country was built on immigrants, right? I mean, I guess if you don't count the origin of the country being just Native Americans that we wiped out. But, you know. Numeric. I already read that. Anything else pop up? Bugsy Evil D's, gave me $5. Thank you, Bugsy. Appreciate it. And Urban Mask. Before they were intubated, they were probably out infecting vulnerable people. Fuck them. I'm positive they all vote straight red ticket. Yeah, of course, they're all Trump supporters. They're all dipshits. But I do feel sorry for their families in some of these cases. Not all of them, but some of them. And last one, Sunred. Keep it up, Big D. We love you. I love you back. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the show tonight. Please hit the like button before you go, folks. Means a lot as always. I need more patrons. Please consider supporting the show. $1 to a month, $5, $10, whatever you can afford. It all adds up and helps us do what we do here at the Human Side Mystical Animal Sanctuary. And I've been working hard for you guys. So, like, if you like the free content, chip $1 or $2 in. I'd very much appreciate it. And hell yeah, now it's time for the kitty party. Kitty party. Boom. All right. I'll move this over here. This over here. Gonna make it full screen. Full screen. Hell yeah. Move the camera a little bit. Down. Dusty wearing his shorts. Who wears short shorts? Dusty wears short shorts. All right. Kitty cats who want some kitty treats. Who wants some kitty treats? This is the last of the kitty treats. Who wants the last of the kitty treats? I'm sorry, cats. That is just kind of just kitty treat dust at this point. But we got a couple of them over here. We got Miss CC, got Mr. Half-Stash, pretty boy coming in. Miss Misty over here a little bit. See her gray ass. 4 cats. That's all we got tonight. 4 cats. But hey, that's pretty good. It's a small, intimate kitty party tonight. Hells yeah. All right. Cool. We did it. We did the kitty party. We did the kitty party. Kitty party. Hells yeah. All right. Folks, I will be back on Monday. It's only 3 days away. I already have enough material for a whole show, so we'll have another big show, probably overtime on Monday. Please join me. For those of you just tuning in, I do this show every Monday and Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, like clockwork. So even if YouTube doesn't tell you about it, be sure to join me on the greatest show. You love cats? I love cats too. They're pretty cool. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you joining me. We're going to play a little experience machine to play us out. It is available on SoundCloud for free download if you like this tune. Feel free to go download it. It is an original by Dusty Smith. Love the shit out of everybody. Good night, people.